The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Welcome once again to The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damned Thing, with Mike D. McCarty and James Knight, your industry professionals. Today's episode, Conjuring, and Conjuring the Last Rites. If you were wondering, I'm back in the good old US of A. It's great to be back home. And if you were ever wondering if you should go to Morocco, go to Spain instead. Seriously, just go to Spain. There's nothing there for you. The previous message was not brought to you by the Moroccan Tourist Board, nor does it reflect the thoughts or intentions of Mike D. McCarty, James Knight, and or The Head, the Tail, the Whole Damn Thing. Take it away, fellas.
I just finished a bit on The Toilet.
Is The Toilet a new horror movie coming out?
Yeah. It's brought to you by Taco Bell.
You know what I noticed? Is that even though we are an audio podcast, both of us wearing t-shirts with cobras on it.
Nice.
I went with
you got the Shelby, and I got the Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, yeah.
Wow, we are brothers. Look at that.
That's right. Maybe we should have done Anaconda and...
Oh, that's coming up. You know, they're making a new Anaconda movie. Or they made a new Anaconda movie.
Unless it's got buns, hon. Yeah,
are you a fan of the old Anacondas?
No, it's terrible.
It's terrible. It's got really bad digital in it, though.
Oh, it's awful. Awful. And, I mean, Jon Voight. What the fuck is he doing in that movie? Yeah. You get pre-J-Lo Jennifer Lopez, I think. That's when before she even became J-Lo.
I guess.
Ice Cube.
I guess it was.
Yeah.
Is Ice Cube in that movie?
Yeah, Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez, Jon Voight.
All right.
But we're not here to talk about snakes.
No. We're here to talk about The Conjuring.
Yeah.
That's my best Dave Mustaine. Yeah.
Double dose of Conjuring. Conjuring and Conjuring Last Rites.
Conjuring double dipping tonight.
Conjuring. I brushed up on, I was going to say all my Conjuring, but only just the main Conjuring. Yeah. 9 movies. They've made 9 movies.
It's a little, yeah.
Extraordinary because The Conjuring only came out in 2013. It's really not even that old.
No, it's not. They've been cranking these things out.
Oh, they have. And it's James Wan again, who is responsible for the Saw franchise. So that motherfucker is just like shitting gold bricks. You know? These movies aren't all great, but he's certainly churning them out and they're making some money.
They are making some money for sure.
And some of them are great. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Some of these movies are great.
I'm interested to see which ones that you like, because I have a very varied opinion on these films and what these films are about.
Now, you talking just about the Conjuring movies, or are you talking about Conjuring, Annabelle, the Nun, and the whole Conjureverse, as it were?
Well, the big controversy for me.
Oh, Conjureversy. I like that. Well done.
You like how I did that?
I didn't even think of that. You're so good.
Yeah. That's how we roll.
Yes, go on.
I've not seen The Nun. I've not seen The Nun 2. I've not seen Annabelle Comes Home. I've not seen Annabelle Goes to Disneyland. I've not seen Annabelle and the Slave Traders.
Oh,
well, wait, classic. I did see that one. Yeah, that was a Joe D'Amato film, 1979, I think. But I saw like the original Annabelle, but I didn't see The Creation, and I haven't seen the La Llorona, which is also, I think, in the Conjureverse, right?
Yes, The Curse of La Llorona, which is that the first Nun? Or is the Nun 2?
No. Nun is
Habit
its
Boogaloo.
Own. Yeah.
Oh. So the Curse of La Llorona has nothing to do with Nun?
I don't think so. But then again, I haven't seen either one, so I
haven't either.
I don't want somebody to say, these guys don't even know what they're talking about.
Well, if they wanted to talk to me about the Curse of La Llorona, I wouldn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Other than, does feel good to say.
La Llorona.
La 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 Llorona. That's good.
It is. You know they're making a sequel, though.
La Llorona 2?
Yeah.
2 Shades of Rona? Your sister is La Llorona?
Your sister, I like that one.
Yes. Nice. The search for La Llorona's gold.
Ooh. The Wrath of La Llorona.
Yeah, there you go.
So, yeah, I have a very varied and differed opinion as to how I feel about these movies.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's dig into it, and then you can lay it on us as we go. But I have a little something written up here for The Conjuring. 2013's The Conjuring, directed by James Wan. Directed by James Wan, with Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga, and Lily Taylor. When there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
No, Mike. No, This is reality. This is true stuff I'm talking about. Not some hokey fiction.
Is it?
It's true stuff.
Okay.
The answer is the Warrens.
Oh.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
True stuff. Nobody made this stuff up for personal gain.
Sure.
They're experts in the field of parapsychology who take time from their college lecture circuit to help the Perron family. Seems something has been going bump, creak, and groaning in the night in their new country house, which was fine and dandy until it gave Mom the clap. Watch the movie. It happens. It's true. It's true stuff. It was the 70s.
Is it?
It was a different time.
Okay.
Cue Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed is a demonologist who brings the power of sideburns, and Lorraine is a clairvoyant with so many ruffles you'll wonder where she hides the French onion dip. They've got the power of love with them and arrive to get proof of the demon's existence so they can get the Catholic Church involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because nothing could go wrong by getting Catholics involved. This is true stuff, Mike. Truth.
Is it, though?
Can Ed and Lorraine help the Perrons solve a mystery and exorcise the demons? Will the Perron family avert certain tragedy? What does Annabelle have to do with any of this?
Mm-hmm.
And why the hell is this movie called The Conjuring anyway? Well, you'll have to watch and see for yourself. Because seeing is believing. Believing is truth. And this is all true stuff.
Is it, though?
Well, it's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, what did you think of The Conjuring?
Okay, here we go. Listen, listeners. Listen, whole damn family.
Should we tell them to send their hate mail to thewholedamnthing13@gmail.com?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I like this movie.
Yeah.
I do not like the Warrens.
Sure. Yes.
I don't like the fact that Lorraine signed a big contract, made a shitload of money off of this franchise, this movie.
Yeah.
Because I think they're shysters.
Oh.
I think they're charlatans.
Of the highest order.
Really shitty people that took advantage of a lot of people in sometimes cruel and unusual ways.
Now, how often did they shake people down? Because that's something that I'm not familiar with. What you're alluding to, the Warrens, of course. The Conjuring is based on this real couple who did this circuit and were involved in a lot of high-profile cases of hauntings and possessions, etc., etc., and they really chased it around the country, kind of making their name as parapsychologists, but to your point...
Self-proclaimed demonologist.
Yes, more likely shysters and charlatans.
Yeah.
But how much money did they actually... I mean, I know they made money off this movie, but did they actually make off of the people that they were supposed to be helping?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I really couldn't find any exact numbers, but mostly what they would do is they would offer to help people for free because, we're good Catholics and we want to help you and want to take care of your family. And so we're not going to charge you to exercise your son, or we're not going to charge you to exercise your washing machine or your bedroom or your house, or have a priest come by and splash some holy water around and say that it's okay. We're not going to charge you for that. But we do want the rights to the book, which we'll write.
Yeah.
And so they acquired book and movie rights on so many different things, and that's how they made their money, is by selling books and lecture circuits and things like that. Now, I heard one report that they made a deal with one family for the book rights, and the family got $2,000 out of it, and that was it. $2,000 all in. That's all you get. And then the Warrens go dancing off to the bank with your story rights based on whatever. And some of these things, they didn't even fucking do. Like, yeah, sure, these movies are 90% of things that didn't happen.
Yes. Yes.
Okay?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
if you take these movies and you remove the name Warrens, I love these fucking movies. But that's not what you did.
Yeah.
You took real people who I grew up thinking were the real deal because in the early 80s, we didn't really know at the time. You don't have access to the internet. You don't have documentaries popping up every 10 minutes. And
they were news whores. They were constantly fishing for more publicity because that's how they were turning their coin. You know, to put a counterpoint onto this, and I don't want to defend them too much, the reason I asked in the beginning, like, how much did they take advantage of the families? Certainly they made more money off the family's story than the families did, but it seems to me in a real skeevy way, the Warrens are like an only in America type case. Like, only in America could a couple like this make their buck, make their living by creating this whole hype and media haunting machine that they did. Because they were involved in, like, the Amityville shit. You know, doing seances there. And we talked about that when we did Amityville Horror. Yeah. And what a hoax we believe that all was. But, you know, they came in and they purportedly could feel the presence of spirits within the house and all that stuff. Because that's how they were turning their coin. You know, that's how they were making their money.
What I heard about this particular one that the Conjuring first film is based on, is it the Perron family?
Mm-hmm.
I had heard that they showed up, started to do an exorcism on the house. The wife, who was, quote, possessed, started freaking out and was reacting violently to what they were doing. Now, whether this is mental illness or she actually was possessed, it's not certain, but they were kicked out of the house.
Yes.
Yeah, the husband kicked him out of the fucking house. On the second movie, Conjuring 2, they flew out to England. They weren't invited. They showed up, and that family didn't want them there.
Yeah,
and they were gonna help. They got chased away, and they went to one of the parapsychologists that was there investigating. They said, "Hey, listen, we can make a lot of money off this story." And they were like, "You should just go home." You know? So there's a lot of stuff that has now been proven to be false. That the Warrens were like, "This is so true, and this is absolutely true." And I just can't believe anything that they fucking say.
Yeah, they had this angle and they were selling it. And, you know, there's a lot of other stuff out there. There's some pretty salacious allegations against him. And I don't know where any of that stuff really stands. I honestly didn't want to do too much of a deep dive into them. I'd seen interviews or read interviews where they're like, "No, the Warrens helped us." And then some people, like you said, they kicked him out after the first day. They're like, "These people didn't help us. In fact, I think they made it a little bit worse."
But getting back to what you said earlier, how do I feel about it? Directed by James Wan. It's really competent. It's really well put together. As far as like the lighting and the sound design and the creepy factor. It's great. And I just wish it wasn't about the Warrens. I just wish it was a good, creepy story.
I mean, people feel various ways about the idea of trying to separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
And I think it really depends on a case-by-case basis, but this is one of those things where I just had to remove myself from the Warrens and just look at Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, who I think are fucking
did a great job.
Wonderful in these movies. And
100%.
By and large, these movies are humorless.
Yeah.
And because there's so much dread, horror, and creepiness in them, I think really it's the relationship between Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga, sort of loving, caring relationship, creates a foil to all that dread and horror and stuff in the movies. It releases some of that tension. And I think as actors, they just establish a really great relationship in this movie, and it carries all the way through to the last one.
I will not deny that. The acting, their characters, great.
Well, and I want to touch on something too that you just mentioned about the sound design of this movie because I wasn't sure if it was just the version that I was watching, but The Conjuring has one of the most startling low ends of any movie I have watched. Nothing triggered my subwoofer, and I'm not exaggerating when I say the only movie that triggers the subwoofer in my system more than The Conjuring, and maybe not even more, is Mad Max Fury Road. Like with all the car engines and stuff. As soon as The Conjuring started, it was like, whoom, whoom.
Sure.
Every time the presence, the shadow comes through, it's like, whoom, whoom.
Yeah.
A lot of times the slamming doors and stuff.
Yeah.
The first time I was watching it in the basement, my wife comes down. She's like, what the fuck are you watching right now? Because it's
the ceiling is vibrating.
Whole house. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And just auditorially, it just puts you on edge. That sort of thrumming low end coming at you just ratchets up the dread.
Well, this first movie, legitimately good.
Oh, yeah.
Legitimately.
You know, I wouldn't fault anyone for saying that this is their favorite horror movie.
Sure.
Because I think the variety of spooks in this movie, whether it's a slow feeling of creeping dread, whether it's a jump scare, whether it's some of the makeup effects, which are, there's not a ton of them, but they add to it. The variety and the pacing of this movie really strikes a nerve with a modern audience. And so if somebody's like 25, 30 years old, I could definitely see them saying, you know, oh yeah, The Conjuring is my favorite horror movie. Because, and I will nitpick it a little bit, it's hard to find anything that's really wrong with this movie, outside of the whole Warrens angle, which has more to do with outside stuff than the actual film.
That's why I said I'm torn, because I don't like the fact that those characters are made to look like heroes.
Well, it's not stopping because they announced the TV show too, right?
Yeah, I know. Is the TV show going to star them, though?
It won't star Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, I don't think. But it's essentially going to be how all that crazy stuff got collected in their basement.
Yeah, I believe they're calling that Phase 2. Like, this is the end of Phase 1. I mean, the other movie that we're about to get into in about an hour is the end of Phase 1.
Well, let's get into this one, because we've talked about the Warrens and some of the other things, but this one opens up, and I had forgotten this. I forget that it starts with Annabelle right out the gate.
Yeah, I forgot that too.
Yeah, like, holy shit, there she is, who would become a horror icon in her own right.
Which is another good reason to tie this to the fourth movie.
All part of the Conjureverse here.
Yeah.
I know when we talked about Saw, we talked about how James Wan really loves creepy dolls. Like when Lee Winnell had the whole idea for Saw, and he pitched it to James Wan, he was like, that's great. Throw a creepy doll in there and we're gold.
Sure.
And that's how that jigsaw puppet came to be in the movies.
Yep.
So this one's starting out with a creepy doll. I was
makes
there
sense.
He is again. There he is again. But yeah, Annabelle, essentially, this is the opening case. You see some nurses who are talking to the Warrens about this doll, and it turns out that unbeknownst to them, they had invited a demon into the doll. They had thought it was the spirit of a young girl, and they invited it into the doll, and then were trying to get rid of the doll. It's all just setting up the Warrens because it will transition into a college lecture where you see that they are showing footage of these nurses talking about the doll, and they are talking to a college lecture hall. All come up with questions about what happened to the doll. Oh, it's somewhere safe now. Like,
is it?
Yes. Is it? Well,
yeah.
It's based on a safe space.
Yeah.
And they're in the lecture hall, and then you get the scrolling text for The Conjuring.
I do love these scrolling texts that they open the movies with.
Yeah, they have that sort of like American typewriter typeface on there or whatever.
Yeah.
I think originally this movie was going to be called The Warren Files.
Okay.
And then they changed it to The Conjuring. And I don't know why. I don't know why this movie is called The Conjuring.
I don't know either, because nothing gets conjured, and I've often wondered why.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, they conjured up some fucking money for sure.
Yeah. They conjured up a franchise and then spin-offs galore and now a TV show. So
are you guys conjuring?
That's their own magic trick.
No, man, we're not.
I think you are, Mark Wahlberg. I think you are. Yeah. The scrolling text says there's one case that the Warrens had that has been too terrible to talk about until now. Yeah. Based on a true story. And right out the gate, that's not even true. The family that this happened to, they wrote their own version of this story. This whole based on a true story aspect is such a load of horseshit.
It's about as based on a true story as a Texas Chainsaw Massacre is.
Oh, well, we're going to get a switch here that happens, I think, in every Conjuring movie, where essentially you're going from the Warrens to a family somewhere. The family that will be the source of the hauntings, of the corruption, of the possession, etc., etc., and we'll bounce back and forth until those two plot lines converge. But this family is Lily Taylor and Ron Livingston play the mom and dad of the Perron family with their 5 daughters. Poor dude.
Hold on.
Poor dude.
All of these families, shitload of daughters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, you're right.
It's like someone opened a jar of daughters and spilled them walking across the room. Whoa, shit. Yeah. That's a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old. I'm sorry.
And they're moving into a new house. Yeah. Later on, after they've moved in, Lily Taylor, Carolyn, I think is her character's name, she's like, are you too fried to christen the new house? And I was like, hold on, man, you've already got 5 daughters. Like, you've got to
slow down.
Pull up, Maverick. Pull up. Yeah. Well, they're all moving into the house. They're all getting settled, and the dog, Sadie, is like, ruh-roh, I'm not going in there.
I should have checked the website.
Oh, for sure. It's going to happen. A lot of birds will die in this one, too.
True. If you're a fan of birds, the birds and the doors, they're both very prevalent in this.
But you get a great tracking shot in this beginning, too, where the movers are moving the couch in, and they're moving up the stairs, and one of the girls sort of ducks under the couch, and the camera's following her, and it also ducks on the couch as Ron Livingston is bringing a chair from one room to the other and kind of directing it, and the shot
pivot!
Goes all the way through the house to the back door. Yeah. Really gives you an idea of a lay of the land. And I think there's a lot of great camera work in this movie.
A lot of it's documentary style, too. Like, especially when they start getting into the spooky stuff. It's very handheld documentary style footage, which sort of gives you that credibility of this is based on a true story.
Yeah.
It just tricks your mind into thinking it's a little bit more real than it is. It's less cinematic and more in your face.
Yeah, it's cool. And they actually pull out the Super 8 camera and the headphones on with the wand microphone a little bit later and really place you in there at one time, too, which is a pretty cool moment. But the kids are getting settled in. They're like excited kids getting used to a new house. So they're playing a game called Hide and Clap, where one girl will get blindfolded and her sisters will hide around the house and they've got to clap their hands and she uses the claps to kind of find them. And right away, when you see this game being played, you're like, uh-oh. Yeah. This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is coming back.
This smells bad already. Yeah.
Well, it's when they're playing hide and clap. One of the girls is hiding in a closet, and her blindfolded sister's like, give me one more clap. And so she claps her hands, and the blindfolded sister kind of lunges at her and ends up knocking a board loose in the closet, and they find out, like, oh, there's this boarded up secret stairway behind the wall here. What's this all about?
It's pretty cool. I love this kind of trope in a movie.
I mean, I love a secret door, and again, there is a lot of dread in this movie where you're like, no, what is this now? And
let me go down with the box of matches that are only going to last about 15 seconds each.
Yes.
What happened to the flashlight?
Dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
I get you're moving, but, maybe go find that box.
Yeah.
Before you go stumbling around and find a bear trap.
Right? Oh my God. Because there's just all sorts of junk down there. Old piano, old furniture, cabinets, chairs, covered in cobwebs. And yeah, he's got the matches, which he will set on the stairs. They like make a point of showing you him set this box of matches on the stairs.
Yeah, there's a lot of deliberate things. Like, hey,
they're there.
Watcher, did you see this?
Yes.
Here you go.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the first night that they're there, and Mom is like, hey, you gonna bring the dog in? No, you know what? She wouldn't come in the house, so she's on a chain. She'll be fine. Yeah. Well, should check the website. She will not be fine.
Yeah.
The next morning, Mom wakes up with some bruises. Hey, what'd you do to me last night, big boy? He's like, I didn't do that to you.
Maybe keep your mouth shut next time.
Yeah. I was going to air more on like, would you like me to do that? I mean.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
The safe word is Captain Howdy. I don't think it's going to work in this case.
I don't think that's a good safe word.
But yeah, there is a dead dog in the morning. The little girl goes out. She finds the dead dog. Poor Sadie. That's rough.
Yeah, I know. It was like a nice golden retriever, too. Or something like a Goldie mix.
Like a collie, shepherd, golden retriever sort of mix or something like that.
Yeah, sweet dogs. I love dogs. I'm a big dog
threw out
fan.
a bunch of dog breeds there.
Yeah.
Like it was like a collie, it was a shepherd, poodle.
It was a boxer doodle. A Labrador boxer doodle.
Boxer doodle.
Yeah, it's got a big head.
I hate the word doodle at the end of dogs. I understand what it means.
I'm not a fan of the word doodle at all.
Yeah, really? I know. That's what I mean. So if I had a dog, and some of those like Labradoodles and stuff, that's a good dog, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And that's a dumb word. But anyway,
it's a dumb word.
This has been an American Canine Minute.
Nice. Well played.
We cut back to the Warren house in Connecticut, and this is when Ed Warren, Patrick Wilson, is given like an interview to some guy, and he gives the line that he gives in almost every movie when he goes into their hall of horrors. A room full of all the artifacts they've collected over the years. Don't touch anything. Everything in this room is either cursed, haunted, or has been used in some ritualistic practice. Even the toys
are not toys.
Don't touch the toys.
Yeah.
And everyone's always like, oh, so we can be like, I said don't touch it. Jesus.
Yeah.
What is up with you people? And
no one listens. That's the problem. No one listens anymore. He's a self-proclaimed demonologist.
Now, do you know if it was true that he was the only demonologist not ordained by the Catholic Church?
Yes.
Is that true?
That is true. Yeah.
Okay.
And last night I'm thinking, we got about 24 hours till we record. Maybe I should get ordained. I literally thought about it. Because all you got to do is pay some money and fill out a form, and you can be ordained in certain churches literally overnight. And I thought, that'll be a good gag for the show. Let me get ordained, and then I can start preaching. And I was like, no, don't go there. Save that for, later in the year.
It's for all those people who ask their stoner friend to officiate their wedding. And he's like, man. Sure, man, I'll do it. And then he completely forgets until like 2 days before the wedding. He's like, what do you mean I got to be ordained? Oh, shit, man. No. Let me go to the unityoflifechurch.org and fill out the paperwork. And voila. You're
Get ordained online. There it is. Universal Life Church.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Just looked it up right now. See results closer to you? Sure. Use precise location? I don't think so. Nope.
Just a bunch of people with shaved heads wearing white robes with big bronze necklaces.
Yeah. Suddenly standing outside my gate.
We hear you wish to join our order.
The Church of the Carcarianus.
But yes, we're going to get some more dread built up in the house as doors slam, things creak. Oh, one of the kids is a sleepwalker, just bumping her head into this old wardrobe that is in one of the girls' rooms. Oh, it was there when we moved in.
So we figured we'd leave it.
Antique piece.
Do you have anything in your house that was there when you moved in?
Yes, but it was there when Michelle moved into her New York apartment, there is an armoire, an antique armoire.
Okay. That's there. Cool. They probably couldn't get it. They were like, we are not carrying that down the stairs.
Yeah. It wasn't, it's not that it was too heavy. It was just, I don't know, a little awkward. But anyway, we kept it. So we have it in our house here in Crystal Lake.
There's a couple of things here in the house that were here when we moved in. One of them is an 8x10 of Jesus.
Ooh.
Right?
Is it signed?
No, sadly. So it's not worth much.
Okay.
Yeah.
8x10 glossy.
Yeah. Best wishes.
That's right.
The other thing was a box of Christmas ornaments that have like random people's names on them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I still hang the ornaments on the tree every year.
Is one of them from the woman that haunts the house?
Yeah, I assume it's their daughter. I forget the name. It's like Amy or Anna, or it might be Anna, actually.
Okay.
Anna, if you're listening, send us an email. The whole damn thing 13@gmail.com. I've spoken to your mom a number of times.
Well, one of the dreadful elements that's coming up is the littlest kid, and this is a familiar trope, right, is talking to their imaginary friend.
Fucking kids and their imaginary friends.
Met an imaginary friend in the house. Yes, this is Rory. I found his music box, and she's got a creepy little music box that she had found earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can I see Rory? Sure. You just got to open the music box and look in the mirror.
Yeah,
and
fuck
when
off.
the music stops, he'll appear behind you. Like, already I'd be like, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. This sounds like a dare you do when you're 8 or 12.
I have to say, because the mom does it, and then the kid is like, boo, mommy. Ha, 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 ha. It's a kid jump scare. And I thought, kid, if you're like at age 5 and you thought that up, you are a diabolical bitch. Like, watch out for that one. Because she's got a wicked imagination on her.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, I know how I'm going to scare mom.
Some people.
You got to look in the mirror and he'll appear behind you when the music stops. Whoa, kid.
Nice.
And then she's like, well, mommy, let's play hide and clap. And again.
Here we go. You know this one's coming.
Yeah, and it's great. This is just a wonderful moment as Lily Taylor goes stumbling through the house. Clap your hands, clap, clap, and tracks her to the wardrobe. And the wardrobe doors just open, and Lily Taylor's kind of smiling, and she's like, clap one more time. And you see the hands come out behind the clothes and give the clap.
Yeah.
And so Lily Taylor goes in there and then hears the kid in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
What? Tears off her blindfold, searches through the clothes, no one's there, and her kid's like, ha, mommy, you took off your blindfold. That is a great spook. That's a great chilling moment. And it's not a jump scare. It's just the tension involved, knowing you've seen the hands come through there. Chef's kiss on that one. Especially because you knew as soon as you saw hide and clap, you know, the first time, you're like, well, they're going to use this to try and scare me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did. I was like, fuck yeah, James Wan, good one.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, and then shortly after this is when Joey King plays one of the girls in the family.
Mm-hmm.
I think her character's name is Christine. She gets pulled out of bed. Something yanks her, and she's like, Nancy, she thinks it's her sister who shares the room with her. No, it's not Nancy. What the hell's going on? And she does a great, you know, I'm going to look under the bed. And, you know, this is the kind of shot, we've seen it in so many horror movies.
Sure.
But again, this one is handled well. Great camera work where it like goes inverted as she looks under the bed. And then as she is, the door, I think, creaks open a little bit, and she thinks she sees something in the shadows, and she sits back up, and the camera reverts itself back to the original position. Well, she sees something there, starts freaking up, wakes up her sister. Her sister can't see anything, but Christine is like, there's something there. And then her sister goes right up into the shadow. She's like, there's nothing there. And she's
Good
like,
moment.
It's standing right behind you. She's like crying.
Yeah.
You keep expecting something to reach out of the shadows and grab her sister, but instead I think the door just slams. Bam.
Yeah.
Oh, screaming. The whole family runs in. What is it? What's going on? And She's freaking out. I saw something. There's somebody in here standing there. Nancy's like, I don't know. I don't see anybody. And then Christine's like, it says it wants my family dead.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Okay. It'll be shortly after this. It's like a couple of days later when Carolyn, Lily Taylor's character, is up late at night. And Dad, Ron Livingston's character, is a trucker. So he has to go away for days at a time. So she's there with the girls. It's late at night. And she hears that clap, clap, clap again. Girls, it's much too late.
Yeah.
Go to bed. She goes out in the hallway and everyone is asleep.
I like that they've given us a reason to fear the clap, besides STD.
Yes. Right? It was the 70s, man.
It was. And it was a little bit more prevalent than it is nowadays. People talked about it more. It was water cooler conversation. Did you hear Billy came back from Thailand? Yeah. But seriously, like, that's a good trope to like use to scare you throughout the movie because it's so simple and it's just so well done.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. Bravo.
Well, everybody's asleep. Nobody's clapping.
No.
Or who is clapping? And then it's real quiet and then a huge boom as like all the photos on the wall, like on the staircase fall to the ground and they all shatter. Now, I do wonder about this because nobody wakes up at this moment. It's just the mom in there. Nobody comes out of their doors or anything like that.
It's true.
But mom walks downstairs, clap, clap. Who is that? And then, again, the door to the basement stairs opens up.
Yeah.
And she hears that.
Don't go down there.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
No.
Lock that door.
Yeah.
And listen, if you're living in the country like they are, get a shotgun. Because now's the fucking time.
Yeah.
You fucking put a chair under that doorknob and you just be like, girls, everybody in the living room. Cindy, you call the police. I'm going to sit here and make sure nobody comes through that door.
There might be someone in the basement.
Well, no, she hears the ding, 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 like the three, it wasn't the NBC noise like I just did, but the three notes get played on the piano. That was downstairs. We had heard that earlier.
Yeah.
Who is that? She goes down.
Again,
don't
go down there. Come on.
Well, yeah. But I think, right, she just goes on the landing and she's like, who is it? Who is it? I'm locking you in here. And the door slams on her. Yeah. And that action causes her to tumble down the stairs.
Yeah. That was good. I did like that.
That's not where you want to be. Yeah. Now she's down there looking around like, oh, disoriented. What's going on? And then like over a stack of furniture, a little ball, ba-dunk, 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 comes bouncing out. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
She goes running up the stairs, crawling up the stairs, using your hands. You ever do that when you have to go upstairs?
Sure.
Use your hands?
I did that when I was on acid once. And I crawled up the stairs and there was some feet at the top of the stairs. And it was Mom. And she said, "Do you know what time it is?" And I went, "No." It was like 3 a.m. First time I ever did acid. Mom, did you know that?
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, no, I use my hands to go up the stairs all the time. I mean, you don't have stairs in your house, right?
No.
I'm going upstairs all day, and like late at night after I get up and go down to the kitchen, have a drink, I got to go back upstairs, and then I always crawl up the stairs, which I think if anyone else happened to get up at that time would just look fucking terrifying.
Oh, sure. That sounds great. That sounds good.
Laddering up the stairs at 3:07 in the morning.
Like a Rick Baker werewolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
She manages to get up the stairs, but the door is still locked. The lights have gone out. Luckily, we remember Dad left the matches there.
Yeah.
She's got the matches, and she's looking. She even hears a voice say, "Want to play hide and clap?"
Yeah.
And then behind her in the darkness, the hands come out and just...
Yeah, that was good.
clap again. She's freaking out. But upstairs, the little sleepwalking girl has started to bump her head against the wardrobe again. Her older sister, she's in her room. That's where the wardrobe is. She's, come on, let's just go back to bed. And she gets the little girl into her bed, and then the wardrobe starts bump, 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 bump,
I love
again.
that. Was so good. I fucking love that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And then she looks over at it. She's like, what the fuck? And walks towards it. She opens it up, and there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
But the little girl who was sleepwalking has sat up, and she looks aghast at the top of the wardrobe.
Best scene, I think.
And there she is. This like witch hag character.
Yeah.
And just leaps on the girl who was next to the wardrobe. It is a fucking fantastic scare. It's probably the number one fright moment in this whole movie.
100%. It's the one that I remembered in the theater telling people about, like, the following Monday. Like, that was so fucking cool, that part.
But it's really come right on the heels of this whole Lily Taylor in the basement, clapping scene. And I think a few times this movie just doesn't let up. It has something which could just be like a set piece, and then you cut to the next morning and it's fine. But oftentimes it follows up something with an even worse or even bigger scare afterwards.
Yeah. But to be honest, I feel like these scares are good enough, and the way they ramp up things towards the end becomes like, these are more believable as opposed to
the climax.
Crazy as opposed to the climax. Yeah. I would rather it be more believable.
Well, this is all true stuff.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
That.
I forgot.
This isn't some hokey fiction, This is all a true story.
No, you're right.
This is how it happened.
My bad.
So, I mean, truth is stranger than fiction.
Continue to tell me the true story of the Perron family.
Well, everybody's fucking freaking out now because one girl has this hag on her. But she seems to be struggling with, like, nothing. Like, other people can't see it. Mom is in the landing to the basement. Somebody has just clapped at her. And it's at this moment that Dad rolls up from his job. And I just thought, like, sometimes I'll get home from work and, like, my kid will immediately ask me to make her a sandwich or something. And I just think, like, you've been in the house all day long. You could have made a fucking sandwich in all the hours that I have been gone. Why do you wait until the moment I walk in the door to be like, give me something?
Yeah.
And I just thought, boy, this guy, he's been on the road for the last 7 days or whatever. He comes home.
He's got a donut pillow because he's got the hemorrhoids because he's a trucker by trade.
That's right. He had a long way to go. Yeah. A short time to get there.
That's right. He was eastbound and down.
He did the thing that they said couldn't be done.
That's right.
Now he gets home, and it's just a bunch of screaming women in the middle of it. What the fuck is going on? He runs in there. He breaks open the door to the basement, and Lily Taylor's like, what's happening upstairs? And they all run upstairs, and they see that girl struggling with nothing. I mean, it's fucking pandemonium in his house.
He just wanted a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Just kick back with his shoes
he probably did. Some old Milwaukee just waiting for me. Probably licking his lips, just coming up the driveway like, oh, finally. I'm fucking
Schlitz malt liquor.
Ice cold, delicious, frosty mug of hams.
Just an Olympia.
Oh, there you go. Schaefer, he could have gone for the one beer to have when you're going to have more than one beer.
I mean, if he was feeling puzzly, he could have grabbed a Falstaff.
Sure.
Right.
Maybe he was in a celebratory mood. He wanted the champagne of beers. He'd go for a little Miller High Life.
Oh, yeah. Or Michelob Ultra.
Oh, well. They didn't have that back then. No. He's going to take it to the limit with some Blatz.
Nice.
Oh, well, now we cut to another one of those university circuit scenes where they're giving the college lecture and Lily Taylor is in the audience. Carolyn Perron is her character's name. And she approaches the Warrens afterwards and she says, look, I need you to come to my house. Some crazy shit's going on. And Ed's like, you know what? I don't think so. We're going to pass. And Lorraine's like, Ed, we've got to help. We'll check it out.
Yeah. She's like, Ed, book deal. Let's do this.
Yes.
He's like, yeah. Okay.
Cha-ching. Yeah, that's right. Well, the Warrens visit, and the kid and everybody's sleeping downstairs now. They've been thoroughly freaked out. It's cold. They tell him about the smell of rotting meat, the thumping doors, the clocks all stop at the same time. They take him to the wardrobe. This thing was here when we moved in. We saw the entity here. Or my girl had the experience here. Show me the cellar, says Lorraine. They go down into the cellar. Lorraine is down there being clairvoyant, sensing things. Something awful happened here, Ed. Ed begins taping
you
Roger
think?
And Carolyn to learn about the disturbances, because their whole thing is they need the evidence to prove that the place is being possessed so that the Catholic Church will give the exorcism that they need. Because Ed, although he's a demonologist.
That's right.
He's not ordained, so he can't perform an exorcism.
Well,
but they tell him your house needs a cleansing. Something awful happened here. You can't run from this either, because now it's like attached to you. It's feeding off of you.
Also, you have a mortgage and you paid for this place and you have no other place to go, so you can't run from this.
And a family of 7, so it's not like your brother is going to be like, sure, you can stay at my place.
With your 5 daughters.
All prone to screaming in the middle of the night.
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to enjoy my blats, brother. And then we cut to Lorraine back home with her daughter. Her daughter gives her a locket. She's like, I miss you and Daddy. You're always away. So I got this locket. Nana and I got these from the church sale or whatever. Oh, thank you. Switch lockets here. It's something that will come up later that I feel, for me, the weakest part of the movie really revolves around these lockets and the timeline and all of that stuff.
And their relationship with the daughter when they were never there because they were always out traveling, and the daughter lived with Nana. Yeah.
In a house full of ancient evil artifacts. Like, just don't go down in there. You'll be fine.
I think Nana lived in another house, and that's another reason why the daughter didn't like being there, was because I don't want to live in creepy house.
Yeah. What little kid would... I had things in my house growing up that creeped me out that weren't like possessed with the spirit of Pazuzu. I don't know why this kid was like...
And who's this older sister of mine who isn't actually a sister, but seems to spend a lot of time with Daddy? Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. The movies don't touch on that at all.
The movies do not touch on that because Lorraine had it in her contract. Did you read the contract? Did you hear about the contract?
No, I didn't. Tell me about the contract.
For the first Conjuring movie, there is a contract, and written in the contract, it says, and I'm going to quote it because I don't want to be wrong. The film cannot show her or her husband engaging in crimes, including sex with minors, child pornography, prostitution, or sexual assault, and that neither the husband nor the wife could be depicted as participating in extramarital sexual relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is telling, isn't it?
Indeed, it is. And that's a Lorraine Warren legal minute.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Just make sure that there's nothing about this. Not that there's anything remotely like this in the story. Just let's make sure that none of this stuff.
We know how you Hollywood people like to make up false accusations and stories, and my husband and I are devout Catholics, and we cannot have anything like that tarnishing our good name.
The good news is this is all true stuff, Mike. This is a true story. I don't know if you are familiar. Yes,
I'm aware that this indeed happened.
Well, as the Warrens are back home for this little bit, Lorraine does some research, and she drops a bombshell here. She figures out that the land that the Perron family was on used to belong to a woman who was a devout Satanist who sacrificed her newborn baby to Satan before she hung herself and declared a curse on anyone who would take her land.
What? No.
Yes, Mark Wahlberg. It's sort of like the most extreme example of get off my lawn that I've ever heard.
I'm going to sacrifice a child and curse anyone who comes upon my lawn.
That's right. I'm going to kill my child with knitting needles, so get off my property.
Yeah.
Oh, and they talk about some of the other ghosts that haunt that area or some of the other deaths that occurred on that area. These are some of the ghosts that you will see. She's drawing all these connections. And I think Ed actually says, well, that explains a few things. The most fucking understated moment of the entire movie.
He should have said, a class 5 full roaming vapor. Well, that really explains it.
Yeah, she did check the usual sources.
Tobin Spirit Guide.
Spade's catalog, yeah.
Sure.
So then the Warrens go back there, right? They're on their fact-finding, gathering evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost hunting montage in The Conjuring. Setting up lights and cameras with thermometers that there's a temperature change because of the ghost. They'll capture something and...
Ghost hunting montage has a soft spot in my heart in all the movies we see it in. I'm always like, let's bring the 70s people with the fucking old camcorder. And we got the big old radar dish microphone.
I loved the exchange too. Ron Livingston, the dad, right? He's watching Ed Warren set up the camera with the thermostat. And he's like, when the temperature drops, the camera captures the image. And Ron Livingston's like, oh, you ever get anything on film? And Ed's like, oh yeah. And I thought, no.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. If you got that shit on film, we'd fucking see it.
Yeah, they always said they did, but then when people asked to see it, they would go, no, we can't show it to you, or we sent that footage to the church. Oh, who did you send it to? Oh, we can't tell you who we sent it to. Yeah.
My favorite was a demon burned a hole in the negative. Did you see that excuse?
Oh,
I was
but I
it's
love
like
that.
The Warrens version of the dog ate their
eating
homework.
the homework. Yeah, that's really good.
We get a little bit of bonding between Carolyn and Lorraine, looking at some of the pictures that had fallen off the wall. And Carolyn's like, oh, my family, this is that day at the beach. We're all so happy. It was so pretty. And we knew it was going to be a fresh start because Lorraine has a kind of a psychometric bump from it as she touches that photo. Oh, what a nice story. A little ammunition for later when they'll be fighting the Class 5 full roaming vapor.
Exactly.
They're setting up crosses around the place, and holy water in the presence of holy relics irritates the evil spirits, is what he says. And it just is a larger problem I have at this point in my life with, like...
Signed photo of Jesus. Yeah.
Well, Catholic people being like, we're the authority on good here. So just know, like... These days, I feel like a fucking crucifix might turn the evil spirit on, to be completely frank with you.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the other people that has joined them on this is Officer fucking Bradley Robinson, or whatever his name is. What's his
Officer Dudley Do-Right.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure why he was a part of it, to be honest. Was he a friend of the Warrens? Because he'll make an appearance in the other movie as well.
Yeah. Brad. That's his name.
Officer Brad. That is your real name.
Officer Brad. That is the most generic name. That's a good one. He's got a mustache, and he's looking to shoot some ghosts.
Yeah. Why do you bring a shotgun to a haunted house?
Well, I mean, they do kind of joke with him a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure.
This is when you get that cool Super 8 footage, because the cellar door opens and they go in there. You know, the wand microphone. They don't really sense anything at that time. But in the morning, people are happy. It's like, oh, the Warrens are here. The cop is here. Everybody feels safe. Everybody feels good. We're having pancakes for breakfast. Dad's like, let's go out for ice cream, girls. And Mom's like, you know what? I'm just going to, like, get some rest. And Lorraine's like, why don't you do that? I'll take care of the kitchen. You just go up and take a nap. Well, that's great. So Ed's staying to fix the car. The dad leaves with the girls. Lorraine's taking care of some of the wash that's hanging on the line, and you get a really great little bit. I really dig this one too, where the wind has started to pick up and it blows the sheet off the line. And for like the quickest second, it seems to wrap around a figure as she's standing there. And then the wind takes it and it presses itself against the window on the second floor before it whips away. And then you see a figure in the second floor window
Yeah.
just sort of move out of frame.
Like it carried it up there.
oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, Carolyn, Lily Taylor is upstairs, and you see her arm bruise as something's on there. And then the spirit, this witch entity, comes into her vision, floating above her, and does the old barf in the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Is that what they always do?
I feel like it happens in a lot of movies. You
It
gotta
does.
barf in your mouth in order to put their evil spirit into you.
They call it like the Jimi Hendrix or the
Bon Scott.
Yeah.
So gross. It is totally gross.
Yeah.
Lorraine has seen all this happen, and not the barfing in the mouth part, but she saw the spirit go up there. She runs upstairs. Carolyn, are you okay? You okay? Yeah, I woke up and I felt a little nauseous.
Yeah.
And I thought, come on, Lorraine.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be really good at this. This should be the moment where you're like, I know what's happening right
Yeah. Did they barf in your mouth?
now. You got a little something right there,
Yeah.
Carolyn.
I don't know if you know, but I can see.
Is that witch barf?
Yeah.
Is that what that is? Hold on a second. Let me just...
She does the grandma, licks her thumb, and then tries to wipe it away. Sure.
Yeah, hag vomit. Oof.
Oh, that's a beer we didn't talk about.
It's called Milwaukee's Best. So yeah, later in that night, the sleepwalking girl is moving around, and they're like, oh, we should wake her up. And the Warrens are like, no. Because she's tripping the cameras, they're like, she's not the one that is making the cameras go off. There's someone with her. And the presence is
this
moving.
because it's temperature tripping the cameras?
I think that's what they've explained.
Okay.
It's a change in temperature that causes them to trip.
Yeah.
And so the girl goes into the room with the wardrobe, and the door shuts behind her, and they can't open it up.
Yeah.
Oh, open the door. And they finally break it in. The girl's nowhere to be found.
It was a good moment.
Where did she go, Ed? Where did she go? And they, in the corners, look under the bed, they look in the wardrobe, they look everywhere. It's like they can't find her. All the windows are still locked. And Ed's like, get me the UV light, because they've already demonstrated that the UV light can read heat signatures on things, too.
Can it?
And I also thought, well, this is the teenage daughter's bedroom, so you might want to be careful where you shine this black light there, Ed. You don't want to find anything. You don't want to piss the dad off all of a sudden and be like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, you definitely can't show the UV light in my room. I'm only saying that because I'm always walking around barefoot, leaving little footprints everywhere. You would see them. That's what I'm referring to. That's the only thing I'm referring to.
Well, they do see the little footprints here.
That's right.
And they lead it to the wardrobe again. And they open it
Jackson
up. And
Pollock paint a painting in here? What is this going on?
Just a bunch of crusty socks stuck in a drawer. What the
doesn't
fuck?
make any sense.
Makes perfect sense, Ed. But they see all these handprints on one corner of the back of the wardrobe, and sure enough, there's a little secret passage behind there.
This was clever.
Love a secret door.
Mm-hmm.
I love a secret door. And sticking their head in, they see the little sleeping body of their daughter, and they bring it out.
Yeah.
Now, this crawl space is extensive, as we will find out. Boy,
It's labyrinthian, you might say.
this thing goes through the entire house.
Yeah. Turns out all the rooms are about 3 feet shorter than you thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because April, who is the smallest girl, says, that's where Rory goes when he wants to hide. Rory being the little ghost imaginary friend. So Lorraine goes in there, and she finds, sure enough, a little cubby with some toys on a shelf. Oh, look at this dusty spot that the music box fits right in. And, oh, there's some blocks. But she also finds there a rope. She's like pulling it up from a hole over the edge in the crawl space. And kind of sticks in the end. And she gives a little tug and lifts it up. And it's a noose.
Dun,
I don't know exactly what this means. Like, is this supposed to be the rope that the witch hung herself with? Did somebody else?
It's Richard
themselves with
Dreyfuss
this?
making a fucking mountain out of potatoes going, this means something. Right?
I guess.
Yeah.
She doesn't have long to consider it, though, before she falls through the fucking floor.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't make labyrinthian crawl spaces like they used to.
Oh, right through the walls and all the way into the cellar.
Yeah.
Ed's like, oh, Lorraine. And he'll beat every wall in the house before he comes to the idea that maybe she went all the way to the basement.
I kept thinking, why is no one checking the basement?
Yes, that's what I mean. He's like knocking on every wall in the house. Are you in here? Are you in here?
Did you
Lorraine?
make it 10 feet to the left?
Yeah. But Lorraine down in the cellar, she's not going to have a good time, man. The music box happened to have come down with her because she found that dusty spot for the music box. And I guess when she fell, it also came down there, but she's cranking it up and she's looking in the mirror, looking around. And this is when she sees the mother of Rory over his body with a knife. Look at what she made me do.
Yeah.
Look at what she made me do.
Yeah. Good.
It's a good jump scare. It
is.
really is. And then Lorraine freaking out, timidly crawling back into a corner, and then you see the feet of the hanging witch just come into frame. You hear the rope kind of turning around as the feet sort of like turn around to face her. Some good, slow creep.
It's right about this moment that the movie becomes shot out of a cannon.
Well, it takes a leap here where I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I sort of lose track a little bit of time and space. That'll also happen in the
other
last movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Happens worse in the other movie, I think, in this one. But she screams, she tries to run out of there. All of a sudden, she's caught by her locket, the locket that her daughter gave her. It's like, and it sort of snaps off, and then it's just sort of caught there on the railing, hovering as Lorraine makes it all the way back up the stairs and onto the main floor where she reunites with Ed and the rest of the family. I know what she did. She possessed the mother to kill the child. She visits Catherine every night. That's what those bruises are. The crucifixes all fall down.
Yeah.
And then they're all standing there kind of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And Nancy, one of the daughters, part of her hair just starts to float up. And Chrissy or Christine goes, Nancy? And then all of a sudden, Nancy is just yanked across the room. They love throwing people across the room in this movie, and Nancy is about to take a fucking ride. Everybody's freaking out. Dad's trying to jump on her to stop her from sliding across the floor. Nobody can get a hold on her. Finally, Lorraine grabs a pair of scissors.
Everyone's doing Sho Kosugi fucking combat rolls and trying to get out of the way and tripping over shit. And she gets the scissors and chop, chop, boom.
Snippity snip.
Pulls a chunk of that hair away, and then she stops being dragged. Yeah.
Yeah. But now they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're leaving the fucking house.
Yeah.
And the Warrens are like, I think we got the proof that we need. Because after that all happened, Ed looked over at his assistant. He's like, did you get all that on tape? And the assistant's got the camera like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
They got the proof.
Where is that tape? I'm asking for a friend.
Well, they had it for a long time, and they watched it all the time.
But a demon burned a hole
in
the VHS.
Yeah. That's right. And now there's no way to recover that footage.
Yeah. It was a cassette tape, but unfortunately it came unwound because they didn't have a pencil to wind it back up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the family's going to stay in a motel. And as Ed and Lorraine are still at the house, Lorraine has a vision. She hears Judy's voice. She goes to the pond out back, and she sees Judy's body floating in the water. Oh, fuck, she's got a vision. She calls the house. Is Judy okay? Yeah, Judy's fine.
She's swimming.
She's still like, Ed, I got a bad idea. They're going home. The Perron family checks into the motel. The Warrens stop to see the priest. Father Gordon, is it?
Sure.
He's in every one of these movies. He's their official liaison.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll do my best to get this pushed through as soon as possible. Well, meanwhile, back at the Warrens' house, Judy's asleep. And at 3:07, her locket begins to spin on her very creepy little fucking clown light or whatever that she's got on her nightstand. God bless this little girl. I guess when you grow up in a house full of horrors, your fucking nightlight
just lean into it.
Yeah, it's like, that's fine with me.
The grinning clown is nothing. You should see the doll in the basement.
But Judy gets pulled from the bed, and there's this whole sequence where Judy's trying to wake up Nana. Nana won't wake up. The presence, the shadow starts to seep into the hallway. The door to the Hall of Horrors is open. Fucking Annabelle is out of the case. Judy gets trapped in a room, and she sees in a rocking chair the back of that witch, and she's got Annabelle in her lap, and the doll turns over to Judy, and Judy's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The Warrens are pulling up into their house at this time, and Lorraine's like, something's wrong with Judy, and they burst in. They break down the door to that room, get Judy out just as this rocking chair comes hurtling across the room and smashes into the door jamb into 100 pieces.
Yeah.
And Judy's like, I saw this witch or something, and Annabelle was on her lap. And this is the part of the movie to me that makes the least amount of sense. Like,
sure.
I really feel like this bit is all filler, especially because all the Warrens do is go directly back.
Yeah.
They just go directly back because they get a call from Ron Livingston, Roger, the dad, and he's like, Carolyn just left with a couple of the girls. She smelled like rotting meat, and she said she had to get out of here. They're like, what the fuck? So they just got home. They immediately got to go out again. And James Wan he was like, we got to have the creepy doll in there again. Yeah. We got to make use out of this thing one more time.
We're not allowed to talk about Dad's girlfriend being at the house, so we gotta instead make a creepy doll moment.
The movie really is so tight most of the time that this whole little bit is, it just sort of sticks out like a sore thumb. Well, they race back to the house, and by the time the Warrens get there, everybody's in the basement. They're all screaming. Carolyn is possessed. Yeah. She's not looking so great. She's trying to stab one of her daughters with the scissors. Her husband, Roger's holding her back. Officer Brad is also there. They're all trying to stop her from doing this. They manage to peel her away from the kid. They lock one of the kids up in the cop car outside. And the cop was like, you got to wait here by yourself at night while everybody's screaming in your house. And I just thought, good luck, man. Yeah. Like, that would be almost more terrifying than being in the fucking house.
No shit. Hearing the noises coming from the house. And you can't get out because it's a cop car?
Well, they get down there and they try to take Carolyn out of the house, but then her skin starts to sizzle and burn. And Lorraine's like, we can't take her out of the house. The witch will kill her. And there's no time for the priest to get there. So Ed back down in the basement because she gets like yanked out of their hands and right across the floor and spins down into the basement, down the stairs, back down in there. Wrestle her, handcuff her to a chair with like a sheet over her head.
Probably not the first time Ed's tied a girl to a chair.
Never one this old, though. True story. True story. This is all a true story.
This is all true. Self-proclaimed demonologist.
So Ed's got to do the exorcism. That's just what it comes down.
It's just gonna.
It's gonna be risky.
Sorry, everybody. I just got to do the exorcism myself.
But there's
no time for Father Handle Me to get here.
So they get the book, and he starts off with the Latin and sprinkling the holy water, and underneath the sheet, Lily Taylor is convulsing. Shit is going fucking wild. Yeah. At one point, on the other side of the sheet, just like a bunch of bloody barf spreads out all over the sheet. Sheet splits. You see demonic face of Bathsheba, the witch, for a little bit, and it gets mixed in with Lily Taylor wearing some lenses and some mottled veiny makeup and stuff on her. Yeah. Do you know anything else about the makeup?
I know that Justin Raleigh, he designed this stuff, and his company Fractured Effects put it together. In fact, they've done, I want to say, maybe all of the Conjuring movies. They've worked with these people all the time. I worked on Annabelle when I worked at K&B. I don't know if Fractured did the other Annabelle movies or anything like that, but they did the Bathsheba. And an interesting thing about Bathsheba, the Bathsheba makeup, is actually on a guy named Joseph Bishara, who I got to do the makeup on in the Annabelle movie with Norman Cabrera when we both worked for K&B. And
Is he the demon?
Yeah, he played the demon in Annabelle. Cool. He's played so many things, too. He's in the Insidious movies. He's in a lot of stuff.
Oh.
And he also does the music. He's like
really?
a friend of James Wan. Yeah. And he does a lot of the music, not necessarily for every
cool.
movie, but for
That's
a lot of the
fun.
movies. So he gets to act as the demon or the bad guy and also do the music in the movies too. So there you go. That is a Hollywood Bishara minute.
Excellent. Well, they're getting his money's worth now. 'Cause there's
Absolutely.
plenty of fucking spooky music. And like you said, this movie is just not stopping now. Right.
Yeah.
They've lost track of the little girl, so Drew, the assistant, is looking all over the house for April, can't find her. Eventually, he hears her under the floorboards of the kitchen. Again, the crawl space in this house, labyrinthine. So he just grabs a crowbar and starts going through the tile floor to dig her out of there.
As you do. You couldn't go down the stairs and find an easier way, but you got, okay. Let's go through the tile floor. Right.
In the cellar, the exorcism continues, and it's getting crazier as the chair that Carolyn is handcuffed to rises in the air and then turns upside down and then essentially crashes onto the ground and shatters and frees her, just as Drew upstairs says, like, "Oh, I found the little girl. She's in the crawl space under the kitchen."
Yeah.
and the witch demon is like, ha! Like, grabs some scissors that are right there and disappears into the crawl space. Like, you could have been quiet about that, Drew.
Yeah.
You didn't have to announce it.
Witch demon's got really good hearing. I don't know if you know that.
Well, yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah.
Goes without saying, almost.
Yeah.
But she runs into the crawl space and she's sort of like darting through little holes and they can't quite reach her. So they're looking through these breaks in the sort of foundation of the house and through cracks in the walls as Bathsheba, Carolyn, possessed, gets hold of the daughter. And Lorraine has gone up top and is reaching through the hole in the kitchen towards the little girl. And Ed says something. He's trying to get her attention and trying to get her attention. And finally calls her by her name, Bathsheba. And the witch turns to look at him, and you see the full makeup, the full witch. You get a really solid look at her right now.
Yeah.
And he says, "I condemn you to hell," or something like that.
Religious gobbledygook.
Yes. Hamana, hamana, hamana. Lorraine up top has grabbed Lily Taylor by the forehead and she's saying, like, "You gotta fight it. Remember your good day." And Roger, her husband's there, is like, "Come on, baby, you can fight this." And essentially they manage to get through to her and Carolyn manages to expel the witch spirit from her body as she remembers the perfect day on the beach with her family and who she is, and she barfs it all up on the ground.
Which barf?
That barf.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a happy moment. There's relief. They walk out of the house. Her bruises magically disappear. Oh, as she's been freed of this curse and the possession. There's kisses and there's hugs. The whole family is there now. And April happened to find the locket in the cellar, so she gives that back to Lorraine. So Lorraine's able to have that locket again. Everything is good. The Warrens go back home. They put the music box with the mirror in it into their horror hall that they've got there. There's some talk about, oh, the Vatican approved the exorcism, but silly Vatican. Oh, too late.
Silly Vatican. Tricks are for kids.
Father Gordon wants to talk to you because there's a case in Long Island he'd like to discuss. Of course.
I wonder what that is.
To the Amityville horror.
Yeah.
And there's a little tag on the end about diabolical forces. And the devil exists, and God exists, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The end.
In reality, Roger Perron kicked them out of the house right at the end of the seance. They were like, yeah, this isn't a good idea, because the wife was having a bad reaction. And so they weren't quite there as long as this movie would imply.
Yeah. They didn't make pancakes in the morning and didn't come back and come back and come back and come back.
Sometimes it's waffles.
I had actually read a little something, too, that said that Ed Warren was, a devout Catholic. They were both Catholic. And it was their own kind of particular way of evangelizing people at this time.
Uh-huh.
Because if you could prove that the devil exists, then that would prove that God exists. And if you could prove that God exists, that would bring more people into the fold. That would create believers.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have been one of the motivations that he had. But, I mean, other than 15-year-olds and money, I'm not exactly sure what he was into. So
Life ain't nothing but guns and money. Thank you, Eazy-E.
But roll credits on The Conjuring with the music box at the very end.
Yeah.
One last sonic thump.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike, what do we want to rate The Conjuring with?
Music boxes?
I think so, right? It's
Yeah.
right there.
Okay.
How many music boxes do you give The Conjuring?
Well, like I said, I like this movie. I don't like the fact that it's mostly bullshit, and I don't like the fact that they angelify the Warrens.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they helped some people, but they were more out for their own greed than anything else.
I mean, it's hardly a singular occurrence, though. Movies lionize
They do it all the
people
time.
all the time.
I get
you
it.
know?
Yeah. I do like it. I do think it's creepy. I do like the fact that it's a period piece, and James Wan does a really good job directing it. The sound design's great. The spooky bits are great. It's 7.5 music boxes for me.
I'm going to go with 8.5 music boxes.
Mhm.
I've been given a lot of 8.5s lately, but like I said, for some people, this might even be their favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
And it'd be hard for me to argue against it. There's
Sure.
not a lot that's wrong with it. There's certainly a lot that's right. Performances are very good. Directing, very good. A variety of creeps. It doesn't rely just on jump scares all the time. Sometimes it does a really good, slow, creeping feeling of dread. The hide and clap game is great throughout
It is.
all this.
That's good.
The sonic energy that comes out of this movie with its low thrumming sounds.
Mm-hmm.
For me, really, it's just that Annabelle stuff, that weird turn it takes to go back home and have another moment with Annabelle.
Yep.
Makes no sense to me, really. I feel that's the only part of this movie that I feel is a little bit clumsy.
Sure.
And I still don't know why it's called The Conjuring.
Neither do I.
Does anybody conjure anything? I mean, I guess there's a witch.
Like I said at the beginning, they
But-
sure conjured some money out of this.
They sure did. They sure did. But we should conjure a lobby break.
Yes, we should.
Well, let's get some drinks, and I'll see you back here in a minute.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the diva to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the...
One knock for yes, two for no. Are you a man? Are you a boy? You want the people in this house to move. One knock for yes, two for no. Yes. Okay.
And we are back.
You know, I didn't find it out in the lobby just now, but I did find out today
Mm-hmm.
that this year is the 60th anniversary of the big tornado that came through Crystal Lake back in
The one that
1965.
wrecked your house?
Yes, the one that destroyed the house that was on my plot. The one that killed the family
Nice.
that was in this house.
Hell yeah.
The one that killed the family in the basement that I am in right now.
Right now. Yeah, nice. I'm not trying to like, woohoo, that's rad. But it's kind of rad.
And I have never seen a ghost.
Oh,
True story. That's a true story.
That
That's
is a
true
true
stuff,
sto-
Mike.
that is a true Hollywood minute right there.
It's all true, just like our next movie.
Yes.
It's another War and Peace. Oh,
It is.
War and Peace.
Oh,
Hey,
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't
now.
know there.
A farewell to arms.
Hey, that's Hemingway. But anyway.
I'm just saying. I was just thinking of Evil Dead 2 with the hand cut off in the bucket and the book. Farewell Arms. That was something that came up on the Discord the other day. Someone mentioned.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
someone mentioned Evil Dead 2, and then I said Farewell to Arms and got some laughs.
You want to tell them how to get on the Discord?
Find us on Patreon, the whole damn thing, at patreon.com. And you can also follow the link in the show notes. You get a bunch of extra stuff that we cut out of the show because the show runs too long, as you can fucking tell.
And it's the ad-free version of the show, too. Which is
ad-free version of the show. There's also added little stories and things that we did not intend to put into the show. We intentionally cut out some fun stories. You also get into our Discord, which is private. It's just to our Patreon members only, where we chat with everybody, we make jokes, and we let people vote on things, and we ask them what we should pair something with, and then we let them vote on it. And it's good. If you want to be more involved in the show, do it.
Yeah, it's really a great community of people that is growing show by show. So please become a member of the whole damn family, join our Patreon, help support the show, and have a good time with us because we're not stopping anytime soon.
Nope, we just had our 1 year anniversary and we're looking good.
That is a true story. You have another true story to tell us about?
I do. I did a little write-up. Okay. 2025 Conjuring Last Rites, directed by Mark Chavez.
We will be doing a spoiler-free version of this.
Yeah.
If this is your first time listening to us, this will be the spoiler-free portion, and then we will duck into the lobby and come back and spoil the whole damn thing. So you're safe for right now. If you haven't seen The Conjuring Last Rites yet, don't worry. We're not going to give anything away.
Right. So here we go. The Conjuring Last Rites chronicles the righteous struggle of Ed and Lorraine Warren,
True
faithful
story.
servants of gods and protectors of the innocent. As they confront their most formidable case yet, at a time when skepticism and secular courts increasingly question the existence of evil, the Warrens embody good, righteous virtues and stand resolute in their Catholic convictions, placing truth and faith above worldly ridicule, as they always have. This, the final chapter of the Conjuring billion-dollar franchise, positions them not as greedy charlatans or performers, but as devout instruments of the church. Compelled by conscience and vocation to defend families with young girls besieged by forces no ordinary science can explain, their investigations are guided not by superstition or book deals, but by faith, scripture, and ecclesiastical authority given to them by nameless members of the church itself, reminding audiences that every action they take is rooted in devotion to God's will and has nothing to do with book or money rights. So, when we look upon the last rites, let us see it for what it truly is. Not a spectacle of horror, but the closing chapter of two devout lives in selfless service. The Warrens remain pure Catholics, unwavering and utterly committed to God's light in the face of hell's shadows, unerringly dedicated to shielding the young female faithful from devil's deception. The Conjuring Last Rites 2025.
Give me one more. That was a good one, too. Oh, bravo. Bravo.
Thank you.
That was great. Oh, my God. That was great. That was absolutely wonderful. Oh, my God. That was great. Yeah. When we came into this whole podcast, I wasn't exactly sure how much I wanted to point a finger at the Warrens, but that was well done.
I'm at work downloading fart noises.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm playing the fart noises, and I'm just getting looks from people like, yeah.
It's
I'm on
research.
My lunch hour.
It's
This is
research. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Can't a man enjoy his Jimmy Johns in peace?
Ah, yeah. Yes, this is Taco Bell.
Oh, Conjuring Last Rites.
I went to one of those Screen X screenings. Okay.
What is that? What is Screen X?
It's not a bad way to see a movie, unless there's teenagers in the audience, and then it's a shitty way to see a movie.
There must have been teenagers in the audience for Conjuring Last Rites.
Yeah, we actually had to get up and move seats because 5 13-year-old girls, I'm not sure how they got in. This is an R-rated movie, isn't it?
What are you, the fucking MPAA over here? Like you're going to start defending the fucking rating system now? How dare they? How dare they see an R-rated movie?
How dare they let children in?
I would never, sir, have I ever done such a thing. Never, ever. I declare. 13-year-olds in a restricted motion picture? Never.
How dare they, sir?
When I was a youth, we waited until it was age appropriate or we took a legal guardian with us, as should be. Which, remember when I was in 3rd grade, you took me to see the movie Critters, and they were like, how old is he? I was like 8. And they're like, he's too young to go in there without a guardian. And you were 17, you're like, I'm his guardian. And they were like, I'm his guardian. Just give us the tickets. And they did. Good. And we went and we saw Critters.
I do not remember this story, but that's great. I love it. I love that.
But anyway, so you said you had to leave because of some teenage girls.
Yeah, because they sat down next to my wife, Grace, and I, and she leans over and she goes, if they don't stop, we're going to have to move. Because during every single trailer, they just would not stop talking.
Oh.
Loud.
The trailers, but yes, okay.
And I'm like, okay, it's a trailer. But, let's not do that. And then as the movie started, they still wouldn't stop talking. Within 5 minutes of the movie starting, we got up. Because nowadays, you buy a seat. It's your seat.
It's assigned seat. Yep. Yeah. For sure.
I looked over my shoulder. There was space. I was like, we're moving. We got up. We moved. Sat down. People that were sitting behind us got up and moved to another seat. People that were sitting behind them on the other side got up and moved to another seat. It was like the whole theater started to shift. I threw that stone in the pond and everyone was like, fuck these girls. Fuck this. We are moving.
Well, other than the audience around you being a pain in the ass, what did you think of The Conjuring Last Rites?
Well, as I just said, not a big fan of the Warrens or how they have become the multi-million-dollar darlings of saving people from haunted places. And the fact that all these movies are 90% made up stuff and 10% maybe something happened.
I think you're being generous with only 90% made up stuff. Yeah. Their names are Ed and Lorraine. That's true.
That's true. He is a self-proclaimed demonologist. That's true.
Yes.
Beyond that, we're not sure. So I think these movies get worse as they go on, but this 4th one I like better than the 3rd one.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's true. I think the 2nd one's actually pretty solid too. It's not as good.
The 2nd one's okay.
The first one is, I think, remarkable. The 2nd one is, I think it's good. And then I would put this one before the 3rd one because I think the 3rd one is just, the script is so poor and there's a lot. But we're not here to review the 3rd one.
No. This one is The Power of Mediocrity Compels You.
Yeah, but anchored again by Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, who are wonderful together. And I watched interviews with them talking about they've gotten a chance to inhabit these characters now for almost 13 years throughout the whole process of everything.
Yeah.
And, meeting for the first time and then meeting every couple of years to do another one and the kind of rapport they have and the chemistry they have. And they seem, in the interviews that I watched, to still be great friends throughout the whole thing. And you can tell as the anchors of these horror movies, as mediocre as sometimes they may get at times, it's not their fault. They're doing great. And I think they're a lot of fun to watch.
I don't have any problems with the performances. I think that this film is not directed as well as the other ones. This is also the same guy that directed The Nun 2 and I think he directed La Lorena as well. And
I'm
he
sorry,
directed the
you
third.
mean La Llorona?
Sure. Yes. Fantastic then. And also, he did the third movie.
Oh, yikes. But this movie, I think it follows that formula, right? And if you know the Conjuring movies, you know what you're going to get with this one, right? You're going to get two stories. One of them is going to be the family with the problem, and the other one is going to be the Warrens. And at this point, 4 movies in, the Warrens and the characters in their life have grown, have their own arcs, right? Their daughter has grown up. Father Gordon, who's been in all the movies, is in this one as well. Their assistant, Drew, who's been in all the movies, is in this one. Officer Brad makes an appearance in this one as well.
Yeah, showing off the scar he got from the first movie.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's acting like Magnum DB, Magnum douchebag, instead of Magnum PI. It's kind of endearing in its douchiness.
Sure it is. That's when the boyfriend / fiance of the daughter is like, so have you ever seen anything? And he's like, oh yeah. Points to like the scar, like, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Have I seen something? Boy, do I got a story for you, lad.
Seen it. I lived it. Yow! Needle drop on the Who. For sure.
Yeah.
But this movie follows the same formula. And as we were saying, I think the third one really kind of fucked it up in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
This one is really more like the first two. Oh, here's our family. Also with a ton of girls. Here's the problem that they're having. And then sooner or later, the Warrens' story converges with them. Yeah. And they have to help the family and fight the evil off.
Well, now that you've seen this movie, how many haunted mirrors would you give Conjuring Last Rites?
I'm going to give this one 6.5. I enjoyed it. It's not great. Like I said, it's better than the third one.
Yep.
It's got problems, to be sure. But if you're a fan of the series, this is sort of like the end of the arc, right? I mean, the tagline on it is the case that ended it all. So if you like Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's characters and you want to see it based on a true story. But yeah, if you're a fan and you want to see it sort of end, then this is well worth your time. But is it going to knock your socks off like the first one? No, not even remotely.
Yeah. I give it 600 mirrors.
600 mirrors? Yeah.
600 mirrors. It doesn't suck.
Yeah.
It's not great.
It's more good than bad.
Definitely not as good as the first movie. Not quite as good as the second movie. Better than the third movie.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen The Nun or any of those other things, so.
Yeah, which actually made me wonder about how I was reviewing this, because the daughter plays a much more prominent role in this movie as she has grown up. And she gets a lot more screen time. And I thought, like, should I watch some of these other ones? Because I think the daughter features more prominently in Annabelle Comes Home.
Yeah.
Which is one of them I hadn't seen. And there's moments in this where I think there just seems to be deliberate fan service, which I think is a trap for these movies. After you get so far, it's like, we know what the fans want, so we're just going to give it to them. It doesn't necessarily make sense to me in the story. It made me wonder if maybe I was missing something, even though I had watched all the Conjuring movies before this one. And I also think one of the problems with this one is it gets a little formulaic. Like, some of the scares are structured in this movie exactly like they're structured in the first one, where it's like you just substituted some characters, but the setup and the punchline is the same, you know?
Yeah.
So I have
100%.
I've seen it before.
This is a rehashing of everything that we've seen scary already, done the same.
Yeah.
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 Isn't there even demon puke in this one too?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you like it, you like it, you know?
Well, should we go into the lobby and come back and ruin the whole damn thing?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
What is it? Hey, why it's Buttercup. Popcorn, add sweet butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, Buttercup is born.
It's delicious.
So nutritious.
It's a taste delight. It's so munchy.
Crisp and crunchy.
You'll enjoy each bite. Eat butter-drenched buttercup popcorn at its best. Served in a king-size cup. It beats all the rest.
There's powers out there that we don't know about. Here we have just a regular, like a household mirror, right? Yeah. But we call it a conjuring mirror. Why? Because people have tried to conjure spirits through mirrors for many, many different years. We had a gentleman from New Jersey, actually. He's now in a mental institution because he drove him crazy. What he did was he replicated what we call a psychomantium. A psychomantium is a darkened room. When I say darkened, I mean blackened. You would sit down in a chair here. So all you could basically see, or barely see, is the mirror. This guy, he would sit here for hours, looking at the mirror and say, Grandma, I want to see my grandmother. He would sit there for 2 and 3 hours, beckoning them to come to him through the mirror. 2 weeks he did that straight, nothing happened. Jeez. And then, suddenly, faces of monstrosities started to come through to this guy. It scared the living heck out of him. It frightened him so badly, like I said, he ended up in a mental hospital, this guy.
And we are back to ruin the whole damn thing. Well, we're not going to ruin it. We're just going to tell you about it.
Yeah. We're going to spoil it.
Chances are you've seen it because that movie made a fucking $1 billion already.
Which movie did?
I don't know. Maybe not $1 billion.
I was going to say. Oh, that's a lot of teenage girls talking during your $1 billion movie.
Absolutely.
Well, it made enough so that after it's 2 weeks out, they were like, the TV show has been greenlit. Like, here we go.
Yeah. It did break a record. It broke some kind of horror movie record or opening movie record for that weekend. And yeah, people definitely are coming out to see it. And like you say, it doesn't suck, but it's not great.
Yeah. It's funny, though. I mean, it just shows you why producers love a franchise, because there have been so many more better movies in this past year. Like we were talking about it last episode. Holy crap, there's a lot of great horror movies coming out right now.
Absolutely.
There's so many. And they aren't going to perform nearly as well as this sort of mediocre horror film.
But yet this made a lot of money, and this is Warner Brothers just cranking them out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Sinners, Weapons, this.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Wow. All right, Warner Brothers. From Warner to Warren, are you ready for the case that ended it all and devastated a family?
Yes. Let's talk about how many teenage girls are in this house.
Yes. How many teenage girls would you give Ed Warren? Just one.
He only needs one.
Oh, God.
True story about Ed and the teenage girl that lived with them. She got pregnant. And Lorraine said, listen, you need to say that you were assaulted and we need to go get it taken care of because this would be bad for our book deal.
Yikes.
Now, this is what Judy, the girl, claims was said. And this
is what their real daughter claims?
No, this was Judith Penny, the girl, the 15-year-old girl that lived with them for a long time. They're just like, Judith, just say someone broke into your apartment and that's what happened. And we'll take you to go get it taken care of because this will be bad for our book deal. And that's some shitty shit. But let's just move on to the movie.
That is some shitty. That has been some
shitty,
frightening, shitty shit.
Again, I mean, the more I deep dove into the Warrens, the more I was like, fuck these movies. Fuck these people making money off these movies. I was getting mad at Warner Brothers. I'm like, I don't want anything to do with Conjuring franchise. Fuck you. These people are dicks.
Well, they're dead now. Spoiler alert.
Guess who won? Me. Still here, motherfucker.
They're with God now, Mike.
Yes, they are.
Well, this one opens up with a voiceover of the Warrens in 1964. We get essentially a flashback to their first case. They're at an antique store, and they're talking to this woman who's talking about her father, and that there was something following her dad. He'd hear voices, and she eventually found him hanging in this antique store.
Yeah.
Which then eventually she started to feel like she was being watched in here. And when it's quiet, this thing calls to me. And you see the young Warrens, you see it's a couple of different actors playing young Ed and a young Lorraine who is pregnant. And they're investigating this, and they go into this storeroom that is full of creepy dolls.
Sure.
There's one, loves a creepy doll.
Yep. All kinds of weird antiques
Clocks and masks, and they find this
mirror.
Gothic mirror.
Yeah, it's a cool looking mirror.
Pretty awesome, honestly. It is pretty awesome.
That mirror has seen some things, let me tell you.
Lorraine is feeling some strange vibes from it, and she hears her name, and she begins to look into the mirror, and she can see the reflection of the hanging father in the mirror behind her. And she touches it, and it cracks right away, and something gets her right in the baby.
Yeah.
Yes, right in the
fetus. Right in the baby belly.
Because you see like this quick succession of cuts, and it's like...
Yeah.
the baby in utero, and some presence touches it with the dark mark or whatever. So then she's rushing to the hospital because the baby is coming, and Ed's driving I think it's a Mustang?
Yeah. They haul ass out to the hospital. And
and in the hallway, the docs separate them because it's the fucking 60s, and Dad can't go in there with the woman.
You can't see how babies are born. That's ridiculous, sir.
You might see her vagina. Sir, please, we're going to need you to stay in the other room. Here's a cigar. Go ahead and light that up while you're in the waiting room there.
Yeah. Puff away, pop.
But of course, shit's going wrong. They lose power in the delivery room. Lorraine starts to feel this presence and sees something
crawling on the top of the wall.
The ceiling.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Well, Ed rushes in, and the doctor's all up in there, Lorraine's legs spread. The doctor's helping deliver
Please,
this
sir, vagina, you cannot.
Avert your eyes, sir. I will not tell you again.
Yes. I am a seasoned professional.
Yes. Ed, screams Lorraine, don't let it hurt the baby. And the doctors are like, oh, the cord is wrapped around the neck. This is no good. And they pull the baby out, and it's not making any noise. We've lost track of the thing that is crawling on the ceiling. Doctor, what's wrong? Give me my baby.
Oh, cut to the power of Christ, which will compel you to bring your baby back as you start to pray and pray.
Heavenly Father. Heavenly Father, please bring her back. Please bring her back. That's a true story. It's a true story.
It is a true story, yeah. Except for this part.
Yeah. The baby cries, and the docs are all like, what the fuck? You told me that baby was dead. He's like, I'm sorry.
And he just lights the cigar.
That's right. Here we go.
Celebration, my friend.
We get a little montage, a little reminiscent of the Omen montage, when Damien's a baby, and then we're going to have to skip some years ahead.
Yep.
Judy Warren, growing up. Crying Judy, giggling Judy, and there's one part where she's young and she's crying, and she's like, I keep seeing horrible things.
Yeah. Turns out Judy's got a touch of the shine just like her mother.
And Mom teaches her a little song, a little nursery rhyme-esque type song that she can sing to sort of calm her mind, center herself, banish the demons, as it were, from her sight. We cut to 1986, West Pitts, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Like a little cult song comes on.
It's that one, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You got it. Another tracking shot into a house full of people. That's another big family. This is how the Conjuring does it. A plus B equals C.
Moving into the house. Too many daughters. Ghosts.
They're all going off to church because it's somebody's confirmation day. One of the girls. They're going to a confirmation, going to church. She's in her white dress. Everybody's so happy. They're having
shooting
a big
it on
dinner.
Betacam.
Oh, man. This is 86, man. So, the camcorder is out. They are documenting all of this. all the family is there. And I feel like all the family lives in this house. You got like
there are too many people living in this fucking house.
Oh boy.
There is so much chaos going on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you know where you are? You in the jungle, baby.
That's right. No way do I want to stay there. Everyone's talking, and it's just a bunch back and forth, and there's a dog, and holy crap. 17 people in a room.
It's chaos, and guess what?
Dinner.
It's the confirmation, and look what Aunt Linda or Grandma Mary
June,
or
whatever,
Grandpa Frank, whoever got you for your confirmation present.
Oh, we got you this creepy old fucking weird mirror.
Whoa. It is so creepy.
Yeah.
And she's like,
it's broken too.
I love it.
Oh,
but
this is great.
You know they don't. And there's two sisters who are around the same age.
Mm-hmm.
The main sister we're going to be looking at here, I think, is Heather, the one who just got confirmed. And then there's Dawn.
Mm-hmm. Dawn's the bitchy one.
Dawn is the bitchy one. Well, there's always got to be a bitchy one. I mean, listen, Dawn, I'm on your side. You live in a house with fucking 16 other people, a fucking dog. You've got younger siblings. You know what? Dawn wants to get a little curt with people at times.
Yeah.
Dawn, you be Dawn. And fuck all these people.
Go ahead, Dawn.
Dawn's going to go live by herself in an apartment when she's in her 20s. She's not going to give that shit up for a long time.
Dawn's got 80s hair. Dawn loves Patrick Swayze. Dawn has little white socks with her tennis shoes. That's what Dawn's got.
Oh, I love the creepy mirror. Nope is what I wrote in my notes. Nope.
Yeah.
That's a bit much. Even though I personally love that creepy mirror, I can't see giving it to like a 14-year-old girl. It's got like angels, carved angels at the top, and they're the kind of angels that are always looking at you in the room.
It's like it walked out of The Haunting of Hill House. That's where that mirror fucking
it's exactly
came from.
right.
Yeah. Totally.
Well, we've got a confirmation cake. All right. She's got a candle on it. She's got to blow out the candle, and then hey,
something
you blew out
else
my
blows
candle.
It
I didn't.
It wasn't fucking Dawn.
Nah, Dawn's like, why are you always blaming it on fucking Dawn?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dawn's tired of this bullshit already.
Who can get this baked in grease off this pot? Dawn's like, don't look at me. God damn it. I'm like, well, Dawn, it is you. Dawn, you're the only thing that can lift off this fried egg.
Get to work, Dawn.
Somebody blows her candle out. She's mad. And then the light fixture, this like giant fluorescent light over the table, falls with a thunderous crash.
It was
freaks
startling.
Out. Cuts Heather's head. She's bleeding a little bit. What the hell is happening?
Dawn, what did you do?
God damn it. It's not. Why does everyone always look at me?
Dawn, did you hang this light?
Well, one thing I did kind of dig about this, for the rest of the movie, they have like work lights in their kitchen and their dining room kitchen.
Yeah.
They never get it fixed for the rest of this movie.
That's pretty good.
Nice detail.
That's classic.
And we've gotten all this way, and now we get the Conjuring scrolling titles.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where it says, the case that devastates the family and brings their careers to an end.
Yeah.
The Conjuring. Last Rites.
Does it?
Okay. Well, cut to another college lecture.
Mm-hmm.
A plus B equals C. C for Conjuring. It's following the equation, right? Here's a college lecture. They're talking about the Annabelle doll again, but, you know.
This is the 80s, and people don't give a shit, and they're making Ghostbusters jokes.
Yeah, they turn on the lights, and before, where you had like a full room of kids who are like, oh, I want to ask questions.
Yeah.
Now there's only like
8
people in there. Yeah. They've become kind of a joke. They go out for dinner
and the one
afterwards.
kid says something, and then he's like making fun of him, and he gets up and walks out, and he's like, who are you going to call?
Yeah. Ghostbusters made a mockery of us.
And they did.
Now everybody knows about Tobin's Spirit Guide.
Yeah. Class 5
Have you ever
vapor.
Experienced total protonic reversal?
So yeah, they go to dinner, and Lorraine sees the daughter mouthing the words to what she taught her when she was
little
young,
nursery
to sort
rhyme.
of keep the spirits away. So obviously she's having some sort of weird feeling at that time, and Lorraine can see it. And we even see a hand on her shoulder that pulls back, right?
Kind of slides off her shoulder.
That was kind of a nice little, reminded me of the original Conjuring, you know, with creepy hands coming out of nowhere and slipping away.
And you also learn at the dinner that Ed's heart is bad. He's had some heart trouble, which is something that happened in the third Conjuring movie, but they will become an issue in this one as well. But they're just setting it up here. That's
got them nitroglycerin pills he's got to take.
Keep your pills with you, Ed. But we're going to go back to the Smurls. The Smurls are the family, the big family that have now invited this, what we already know is a cursed mirror, into their house because it's the same mirror that we had seen at the beginning of the movie. And Mom is downstairs in their basement doing some laundry. She's got some pesky ring around the collar she's trying to get out. I guess she should have got whisk because she's scrubbing and is not doing anything. But over her shoulder, she sees like a figure in the darkness.
Yeah.
Flips on the lights. Oh, it's just a poster of John Wayne.
Yeah.
It's just the Duke looking at her.
It's just the Duke over her shoulder. Keep an eye out. Cut to the girls upstairs. Dawn is being a fucking bitch to her sister. What the hell, Dawn?
Yeah.
The other girl says something about the mirror being creepy, and then Dawn says, you look terrible in it, and you look like the middle angel.
You look like that middle angel. Yeah, it looks just like you.
And she's like, screw you, Dawn. And then they kind of have like a little sisterly moment where they're like, okay, you're cool. I do love you. I'm just kidding, you know. Yeah. Why don't we take this thing and get it out of the house?
Yeah, Dawn's like, trash day's tomorrow.
Yeah, and she's like, let's cut grease out of the way.
We don't need to soak in this any longer. They grab the fucking mirror and they take it outside and roll credits. Conjuring, last rites, the end of the movie.
End of the movie, great. We're good to go because they got it out of the house and everything's going to be fine. Nope. That's it. Actually, the next morning, the trash truck comes along and the trash guys pick it up and throw it in the back of the truck.
And I wrote, our mom would have gotten there first. If they had put this antique mirror on the curb, our mom would have materialized like she beamed off the Enterprise and fucking stuck a note on it. It said, like, sold, and then she'd be calling me to go pick it up the next morning. Like, there's no way those trash guys would have got there before our mom.
There's a good chance this mirror is already in Mom's apartment, right?
But the thing is, there's no way the garbage men would throw this away. This is obviously a very expensive antique. It's like hand-carved wood, heavy, fucking giant mirror in it. Like, they just throw it in the back of the truck, and then they're like, beep, beep, beep.
Hey, Charlie, you guys sees this?
Another one. They just
Christ.
crush it in the back of the truck, and you see it.
What do you think of the Steelers' chances this year? Boom, put the mirror in the back, crunch. Yeah, cut to fucking Dawn. Always have to show off, sitting around the table. What's the matter, Dawn? Oh, nothing. All of a sudden, vomiting blood.
Yeah. Come on. Not a little bit either.
Yeah.
She sprays it all over the sink. It's startling. And then in the sink, there's little shards of mirrored glass in there.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to get you to a hospital. Yeah. No shit, Mom.
Yeah, I would think so.
What clued you in?
Yeah.
She's puking up fucking glass.
Why is Dawn always showing off?
So they're going to take her to the hospital, but we cut over to another hospital where Ed is getting a checkup from the doctor, and he's like, Ed, your ticket's no good. You really got to take it easy.
Don't do anything spooky, Ed. Oh, you know me.
Listen, under no circumstances can you exorcise demons, investigate ghosts, or have sex with 15-year-old girls.
Yeah.
Can we settle on 2 out of 3? Ed? Oh, man. Well, we're going to go to a party at the Warrens because it's Ed's birthday. This was mentioned earlier at the dinner with Judy. She's like, can I bring my boyfriend to your party? And he's like, oh, I don't know about your boyfriend. Man, I don't like boyfriend. You're my little girl. No, it's okay. It's Tony. We love Tony, says Lorraine.
Yeah.
Party at the Warrens. Ed's birthday. Tony drives up in a sweet El Camino Super Sport.
Fuck yeah.
Well, at the party, we see a lot of the characters we've met in the franchise before. Father Gordon is there. Drew, the assistant, is there. Officer Brad is there. It's Ed's birthday. It's a big deal.
Plus, he can show off the scar.
Look at the scar on the cheek. The witch, my witch scar. She bit me right here on the cheek. You seen my witch scar? In fact, I think like when he does it, there's a woman at the party who just rolls her eyes like,
she's like, oh,
fucking
Christ.
douchebag.
The old witch scar story. Yeah. Tell us again how it happened and how you scored the winning touchdown senior year.
This guy definitely has like a cassette tape with the Magnum PI soundtrack like in his car. Like so he can fucking leave the party like dan 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 dan.
Yeah.
Magnum
whenever he gets a
douchebag.
chance, he's doing a fucking Rockford Files 180.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you just want Brad to look right at the camera and do that like double wiggle with his eyebrows. Yeah, that's where it is.
I would watch an Officer Brad TV show.
Brad Hamilton. We also see Judy. Judy all grown up now. Beautiful Judy. And she's looking at slides of different things, sort of reminiscing about the past, I guess, when things go dark and the chair begins to rock. And we see Annabelle again. And Judy mutters the little song of salvation or whatever. And then Tony, who'd just gotten out of his El Camino, he comes in. Hey, you okay? Did you see something? Tony's being nice. He's nice. Sure. He's cool. He knows that Judy has these senses. She's like, oh, I sing this little song. And he's like, hey, teach it to me.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
Being like totally supportive. And they're sitting on her childhood twin bed. And then they start making out a little bit.
Enter Lorraine.
Oh,
God,
Tony,
Lorraine.
you're here. Ed wants to see you in the garage.
With the other guys?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh, sure.
wink.
I've been accepted. Sure.
Yeah.
And then Lorraine can tell that Judy's had a moment, a little presence that's come over her. She's like, you're seeing things often, aren't you? You just got to shut it out, honey. Just like we practiced since you were a little girl. Just shut it out. Okay, Mom. Cut to ping pong in the garage.
Yeah.
Ed takes somebody
America's
down.
sport.
You're up next, Tony. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Furious
Bring it,
ping pong
hotshot.
action. Table tennis to the extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Furious volley after volley. They're going after each other. Ed's working up a sweat. Tony is no slouch himself, but it's just a matter of time. Ed takes him to Chinatown. Bam.
Oh, kills
Ping pong champion. There you go. Tony has lost, but Ed is gasping.
Yeah.
He worked hard for that one.
He's starting to look like maybe he should be popping one of those nitro pills into his mouth because he's definitely grasping at his chest and looking a little wheezy and a little,
Hey, man, being a ping pong champion of the neighborhood takes fucking hard work. Dedication.
It ain't easy.
Yeah. Well, Tony has Ed and Lorraine alone, and he's like, look, I'm glad I have you alone. There's something I wanted to ask you guys. And he pulls out a little ring box. Like, I know I've only known her 6 months, but...
Ed's like, nope.
Lorraine's like, oh, come on. You remember when we were young?
They're too young, goddammit. Well, they didn't
He's giving some
goddammit.
classic dad. Some vintage dad. Well, he kind of knocks the ring off the table accidentally when Judy comes in. He's startled. Whoa. And then...
Is that for me?
He's already down on a knee.
Yeah.
And there it is. Lorraine has kind of said yes. And so Judy's like, yes, I'll marry you.
Yeah. Pretty sure Annabelle set this up. But anyway.
I did wonder for a second, where did Tony get the ring? Is that going to be an angle here? We're going to have like a cursed ring?
Cut to Tony grabbing the ring off a shelf in the room. Is that the ring from... No, it's not.
Exactly. Taking it out of the Hall of Horrors.
Yeah. Don't touch anything in here. Pocketing the ring.
As the party's breaking up, Father Gordon, who's there, he's like, Ed, there's another case I've heard about. And Lorraine is like, no, we're focusing on other things. We're writing our book. He's got a bad heart. We're not doing this anymore.
Yeah. All we're doing is playing ping pong and writing a book.
Yes. We'll go back to the Smurl family. The family is distraught, and they've applied to the church. Now, Dawn has made a full recovery. I gotta be honest. I thought Dawn was a goner.
I thought she was too.
Puked up all that blood with the shards of mirror in it. I was like,
how do they explain all that? Oh,
they don't.
This was a true story.
That's right.
I forgot.
That's true. They don't need to explain.
Yeah.
But the family's kind of freaking out, but the dad has been like, we're fine. We're going to get through this.
Well, that's just because it hasn't happened to you, Dad. Q happened to you, Dad.
Fucking Dawn.
Fucking Dawn. Come on, Dawn.
But then Dad's going to bed, and the door cracks open, and...
Oh, yeah. In comes a little ghosty.
He drops his glasses, I think. He goes to pick up his glasses, and he looks, and there's a figure peering between the bedposts.
Oh, yeah.
Jump scare.
Something down there on its knees, getting all close to Dad.
I mean, there's 16 other people in this house, so we'll have to be really quiet, but...
Yeah. Come on up onto the squeaky bed if you can try and keep your weight off of it.
And then Dad gets high. I mean,
literally.
He levitates above the bed.
Yeah.
And in a mirror, do we see a figure crawl on him as he's levitating above the bed?
We do see a reflection. Speaking of mirrors, almost every single spooky sequence in this movie has a mirror in it, or something reflected in a mirror.
Yeah.
Or a shot in a mirror,
or a TV
looking
screen
back at something else. This movie is nothing but reflections. So, yeah, there's definitely a reflection in this sequence.
And I think as this is happening up there, Heather, the girl from the confirmation, is reviewing the videotape of her party when something blew out the candles, and she's rewinding and pausing because she's like, did I see something in there?
Oh yeah, and she's Jay Gilesing the shit out of this.
She freeze frames it. Yeah, and she sees there's a ghostly face that appears right before the candle gets blown out.
Yeah.
Captured on Betamax.
Yes.
Yeah.
That footage has been lost, though, because a demon burned a hole through the Betamax.
The camera spins around, and you suddenly see some dude in overalls. Some Oshkosh Bagosh motherfucker is there. Oh, and
this
he's
guy
got an axe.
Definitely looks like a Caleb or a Jacob.
Yeah. Ezekiel, maybe.
Yeah.
The girl's fucking startled. He's got an axe. He's coming at her. Mom wakes up. She sees Dad floating above the bed. He falls on the bed. The whole family is up. Everything is getting fucking crazy and screaming. The axe-wielding specter or whatever has disappeared, but now all the family is screaming, we can't live like this. And we cut to news montage. The devil has come to Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly.
Haunting or hoax?
Satanic panic. And then there's like 15 news vans outside the place.
Yeah, it turns into a fucking media circus out there, right?
Which is exciting.
But what's going on with the Warrens? Again, this is just the same formula. You're watching both of these groups and knowing eventually they're going to converge. Well, now the Warren ladies are at the bridal shop. Because, we got to pick out your dress. And they're looking at absolutely hideous wedding dresses.
Yeah.
They take Judy back in. She's wearing a wedding dress. And they take her back into a fitting room.
Which is like
nothing but mirrors.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd.
Yeah. Molly, you in danger, girl. 100%. And the woman who's fitting the dress on her has to leave because the phone is ringing and Judy is by herself. And all of a sudden feels something underneath her dress, like something bites her or cuts her. So, ow, what is that? And then there's this shape moving through the train of her dress. This lump is forming, and she peels the dress back, and you see
the grinner.
Yeah, this grinning hag. Yeah. You'd seen her once before, and one of the young girls is playing with another creepy doll in this movie. The crawling creepy doll that sort of stood up on its own and floated in the air, and the girl kind of turned around and looked in a mirror.
In the mirror, again, reflections. The grinner.
I actually liked that jump scare. I will say, too, one thing. I did not watch a trailer for this movie before I saw this movie. I think the trailer reveals a lot of these faces and moments and stuff like that. All of those were a complete surprise to me the first time because I hadn't seen them in the trailer. So yes, the grinner. Yes.
Like an old early Anthrax album.
Yeah.
She's watching you, the grinner. She's in your eyes. Right?
Well, if Ronnie James Dio was there, he would definitely tell Judy to look out. The lights kind of go out in the mirror room. The grinner disappears, and in a panic, Judy's looking around. Maybe did she sing the little nursery rhyme of salvation to shut her out?
Shut her out and make her go away. And
there's like a little tap, 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 and Judy turns around and she sees her own reflection.
Yeah.
You know, she's in one of those, it's like a triangular shaped room, so it has infinite reflections in every way. But this one is just her looking malevolently at her and tapping on there, and suddenly the hand comes through the mirror and begins to choke her. And she starts to scream. Lorraine comes in. What's going on? She sees Judy struggling with herself.
Yeah, she's pulling an Ash.
Are we fine?
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the Smurl house, at the family house, Grandma is being taken out by an ambulance.
Behind the facade of this innocent-looking Smurl house.
We didn't even see what happened to Grandma. She's just being wheeled out on an ambulance.
Yeah. Well, something pushed her, apparently.
And Father Gordon arrives at the house. He's going to go check it out himself.
Mm-hmm.
Family can't afford to leave the house, the common trope within
They
these
never
movies.
can. Yeah.
And he's like, look, the church doesn't know I'm here, but I want to help. So he begins to investigate the house, and he eventually...
I've noticed you have a lot of daughters here. I have the perfect couple I would like to introduce you to.
How old is that one there?
Yeah.
16? Anyone slightly younger than that?
Oh, Christ.
I promised myself I wasn't going to make those jokes, but now the Ed Warren floodgates have opened. And fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I want to help. So he's going around the house, and he goes into their terrifying basement.
Yeah.
Where we had seen the figure earlier. And he
blesses the poster of John Wayne.
He's sprinkling holy water all around, and the holy water starts to sizzle and steam up. And finally, he sees that happening, and he goes to leave suddenly. He's like, all right, there's definitely something here. The church will listen to me. Something's happening here, so I will be back. And he runs to go see the Archbishop of Philadelphia or wherever it is that's close by.
Yeah, and he's got to hang out in the waiting room. And the
receptionist is like, oh, the Archbishop will be with you in just a little bit. And he's okay, that's fine. And suddenly he's like, oh, my nose is bleeding.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the camera spins around or how he realizes, but suddenly the receptionist is gone.
Yeah. And there was a guy that was waxing the floor with one of those big floor waxing machines. And he was moving further and further away, and they're just showing you the plug in the wall as it's unwinding and getting straight until it gets to like, boom, and it can't go any further. Yeah, and then suddenly the room just erupts in horror and spookiness.
Yeah. The door bursts open. This dark presence enters the room, and he immediately is on his feet, and he's got his crucifix in front of him.
And it catches fire.
Yeah, he's trying to shake it away with the power of Christ compelling it, and the crucifix just bursts into flames, and he's trying to hold onto it. His fucking hand is all blistering up, and he screams in pain and falls on his knees, and then you see him look up, and his eyes get all bloodshot and fucked up. And then he uses the cord.
He uses the cord to hang himself,
from the floor waxer to hang himself from the high atrium balcony of this place. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that it doesn't come out of the wall.
No,
I mean,
that's
good. Wired for 221, I think.
Yeah, or 220. I'm not sure.
Takes.
Yeah.
But this is the death of a major character. I mean, he's been in every movie of at least the main franchise.
But I think if they go back and they try and talk about who's the priest that used to work for you, they can't actually give a name.
You mean the real Warrens?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, it's Father Gordon. This is a true story. This is how he went out, too. He hung himself with the cord from a floor waxer.
Floor waxer, yeah.
He cut it off the waxer and then fashioned a noose around his neck and then jumped off, and it stayed plugged into the wall.
Or was the waxer up by the thing and he took the... I don't know. Either way, Commissioner Father Gordon is out. Well, let's go to Father Gordon's funeral. Where everyone's unhappy. And Judy touches the casket.
Gets a little psychometric bump. Oh, something there. And they're approached by another priest, Father Ziegler. He tells him, I know you worked with him. I'm sorry, a friend has passed away.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what he was doing in Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Father Plot Device. I'm here to deliver this bit of information for you. Pennsylvania, you say?
That was totally Father Plot Device.
We get a little scene here, too, where Lorraine has an incident with a garbage disposal, which, I gotta tell you, it's been in Final Destination movies, and I feel like some other things, too. But whenever there's a malfunctioning garbage disposal,
don't stick your hand in it.
Start to get cringy. Yeah. Just like, please don't do it. Please don't do it.
This is a pretty unnecessary scene, too.
It is. Like I said, they rehash so much from the first one, but this is like seeing Judy's body floating in the pond, you know? This essentially is like her locket's in the garbage disposal and a bunch of blood comes spilling over and onto the floor and everything. She has this vision. Something's wrong with Judy. Where's Judy?
Where is Judy?
Well, Tony comes to tell her that she went to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Talk to this girl named fucking Dawn.
So the Warrens arrive at the Smurl house now, and it's a media circus. And instantly they get out. Everyone's like, look at the ruffles on her shirt. That's got to be Lorraine Warren.
That is
look at those sideburns.
Warren.
Is that Ed?
Yeah. Hide your daughters, everyone. Ed's here. No. We're just coming here to get our daughter. We're not actually here to do anything.
Yeah, but their daughter's not having any of that. She's like, we don't run from fights.
Yeah.
I think they give the old Danny Glover look at each other.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
We're getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But they decide to help because Ed sees it's a house full of young daughters.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
he's like,
it's been a while since he made pancakes for a family.
That's right.
I did like the pancake moment. The next morning, after they've discussed things with the family a little bit and trying to figure out what's going on, he's making pancakes for the family. And everyone's at ease because, okay, there's help here, and we're going to get this worked out, and it's the Warrens, and they're famous, and he's making pancakes. And then Tony comes over, and he's like, is it always like this? You make pancakes for the family? And Ed just looks at him like, are you fucking crazy? And he goes, sometimes it's waffles. And I was like, that's pretty good. Because in that first movie, Conjuring, he was making pancakes for him.
It's pancakes. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's nice callbacks, and then there's just like rehashing some of the scares. Like I was saying, and it's earlier in this movie, but the scare with the girls in the pantry. Do you know what I mean? Like they set up that the mom's phone cord, it's connected through the pantry, and sometimes the girls are like tugging on it in there, and she's always like, "You scamps, get out of there!" And they run out of the pantry like, "Ha ha ha ha!" And then at one point in this movie, of course, the mom's like, let go of the phone cord. And then she sees the girls in the other room like, who's messing with the phone cord?
It's not them.
It's exactly the same kind of setup and punchline as the hide and clap moment, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, wait, if that wasn't you, then who was it?
Yeah. This movie is, as we mentioned before, it's a rehash of all those scares.
Yeah.
And they turn it up to 11 at the end.
So, Judy has revealed she feels like something is calling to her here. She feels like there's something in this house that has brought her there. I think from this point of the movie on to, I start to question, wait, how many people are in this house? And where are these people? And how come there are like no people at some moments?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like for a house that was so fucking crowded.
Yeah.
There's going to be some like individual scenes with no one else
I
around.
Literally thought the same thing. I thought there were 17 people in this house 10 minutes ago, and now Judy's all by herself and the lights are out. and she's wandering through the hallways, and then suddenly she's being chased by a giant Annabelle. I was like, get the fuck out.
Yeah, and that moment, when we get to that is the one that, to me, felt like just fan service.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's just like, they love Annabelle. Now, apparently, Judy's character plays a more prominent role in Annabelle Comes Home, so maybe there's a connection there that I missed.
Yeah.
But it just seemed to me like, why is Annabelle in this movie? Why do you have to have that, other than she's become a horror icon on her own?
Exactly.
And they were like, fans like it. But yeah, Judy and Lorraine are both hearing the voices now up there. And at first, Lorraine goes up by herself, and that's when the creepy crawling doll crawls up to Judy. You know, the one that we had seen earlier with the hag. But Lorraine upstairs checks under the bed, and then you see the springs of the bed sort of sag down like somebody's on the bed.
I thought that was cool.
And then, as Lorraine goes back above the bed to check it out, you can see something go underneath the covers. Like, I think you see the hands like slide from the top of the covers and underneath there. Yeah. Something moves past Lorraine. You see over her shoulder in the background, something passes her by, and she heads downstairs now. Again, where is everybody in the house? The door to the basement opens up. She follows it down there. Hears intense voices. I know what you did, you dirty girl. But as Lorraine is investigating this is also when you will get the moment where she suddenly reveals the whole there were 3 spirits in this house.
Yeah.
It was a farm, and there was a wild woman who had an affair, and her husband went insane, and she was hiding from him in the basement with her mother when the husband came down and killed him with the axe. Not unlike the first movie where she was
going to say, same story.
Satanist, and she loved Satan so much that she killed her newborn baby. And
in the basement with an axe.
The clairvoyant exposition dump.
Yeah.
Now's the time in the script when I make this revelation. But Judy has been separated from her this whole time, and she hears Lorraine, she thinks, call her up to the attic. The ladder is down. No one's around. She goes up the ladder, and she has the flashlight, and she's looking around, and this is when she sees the mirror up there.
Yeah.
What? No.
That's right, Mark
unfortunately. She finds the mirror there and touches it, and things start to get weird, and a piece of chalk rolls out from under the mirror. What's that? And she sees scrawled on the ceiling, Miss Me.
Miss Me.
Which is what Annabelle had always scrawled on that stuff.
Yeah.
Annabelle? She starts backing off, and that she heads back down into the dark house with no one around now. And this is when she sees, sitting in one of the rooms, there's Annabelle. And Annabelle starts to animate and stands up and becomes a giant Annabelle that's chasing her through the house. Yeah. And I went, nah.
Yeah, I was like, this is dumb.
Well, it just felt like pandering at that moment, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But she sort of crawls out of the darkness. It's a big scare moment. And does she fall down the stairs? There's a lot of falling down stairs in these movies, too. She does fall down the stairs. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hands, a lot of falling down stairs.
Yeah.
Well, Ed and Lorraine get to her and calm her down a little bit. And that's when, after talking with her, Ed and Lorraine find the mirror upstairs in the attic.
It's the mirror from the beginning of the movie.
From our very first case.
Yeah, when you were stillborn, and then power of Christ compelled you to come back to us, and now the mirror wants its revenge, wants to take you back.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they say.
And they tell the family, like, we've seen this mirror before. It was from
this
the very first case.
I don't know why you brought this mirror in your house, but this is a bad idea.
Yeah. And they're like, we're not leaving you. And if I was the family, I'd be like, leaving? It sounds like you're the fucking problem now.
Yeah.
You know this mirror? You've experienced this mirror?
Your mirror?
This mirror brought you all into the house? Can you please take this mirror with you and get the fuck out of here? Because I don't think we want any part of this.
The mirror won't let you throw it out. But we can take it.
That's right.
How come you can take it? We'll just put it in the back of that El Camino down there.
Yeah. And so Ed and Tony are going to take the mirror home. The storm is rolling in, so Tony's getting the car ready. Ed and the father of the house, they cover it with a big canvas. They take some ratchet straps.
Don't look at it.
Ratchet it up. Yeah, don't look at it. Don't point at it.
Don't mention its name. Yeah.
But, the storm is rolling in. Judy, she took that tumble. She had touched the mirror. She's starting to look a little sickly.
Judy's about to Evil Dead out.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
But as the dads are upstairs trying to get this mirror out, they're like, is there any floor here? Or is it just studs and drywall? He's like, yeah. Stay on the studs or you're going to fall through the ceiling. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it just me or is this mirror getting heavier?
Yeah.
Like, it's the power of evil. It doesn't want to leave the house, so it's going to get heavier as they
it's going to make it hard for us to do.
The ratchet straps start to come undone.
Yeah, the sheet starts to slip off of it.
The sheet comes off. Don't look at it. Don't look in the mirror. And of course, the dad does look in the mirror, and he sees...
I saw her. I see her.
Crawling on the ceiling above. He freaks out, and he falls down the hole, like where the attic stepladder is.
Pretty sure that would have killed him.
Yeah. After he falls down that little cubbyhole, the mirror comes down after him and just crushes his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, shit is not looking good now. Meanwhile, Tony's outside trying to get his car started, and it won't. And this is another confusing part of this movie. Because when he does get his car started, he starts going like 70 miles an hour down the street, and he fishtails around, and I'm
totally weird. Yeah.
Where did you park your car? Where are you going, dude?
Why can't you just pull 15 feet up to the house?
Yes.
Exactly. You got to race up the street, piss off all the neighbors, throw a 180, slam it back into gear, race towards the house. Uh-oh, a creepy old lady in the street.
Oh, that's right. The grinner
is in the street.
He swerves around
crashes
her, kind of through a fence. The El Camino is okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But then he gets out and he doesn't know where he is.
Yeah.
You get like this overhead shot. He's not exactly sure.
Yeah, he just drove like 50 feet. So, and all the houses look the same. Man, he spun his car around, so.
Yeah. The lights are out in the house now. Lorraine closes the door to outside. She'd found a creepy music box because I really think that's all Lorraine is in it for, is just her
more
creepy music
boxes
collection.
Yeah. She does
So there's a creepy music box going. Judy is in the corner, and you're right. She's about to Evil Dead out.
Yeah.
She's looking possessed.
We've been waiting so patiently for little Judy to come back to us.
Yeah.
And then she like bear crawls over to Lorraine and pushes her down some stairs.
Sure. Yeah, as you do.
Into the basement. Yeah. And Tony can't get in. Judy's all possessed. The dog is barking at her. And Judy takes the dog and just throws it against the wall. And you're going to get mad at me for this part. But I think this is bullshit. Kill the dog or don't. But I felt
we all thought the dog was dead.
I feel like it was a real PG-13 moment in this movie. It was like, it just, the devil gonna kill the fucking dog.
Yeah.
Or don't have it in there at all. Like, don't make this moment. But I thought it was a real cop-out. Not that I want to see the dog die necessarily. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying,
I mean, the dog gets brutally smashed against the wall and then against the floor, and you're thinking, that dog is totally dead.
Yeah.
And then later you hear a bark, and then at the end of the movie you see the dog, and you're like, oh, it is still alive.
I mean, it probably died like a week later.
Yeah. Internal injuries. That dog was shitting blood for like a week.
Dawn, what did you do?
Dawn!
God damn it!
Did you feed him glass, Dawn? Fuck Dawn.
Yeah,
way to go, Dawn.
And Tony can't get in the house because the door is locked, and Lorraine is falling into the basement, and this is when the axe-wielding psycho, Jebediah, or whatever his name is, comes after her. She's scrambling away, does a sharp turn, and jump scare. As the wild woman, as she was named earlier, is there, and she's like, shh. And then, boom, she gets her head smashed in with an axe. Boom, right then. Oh, the maniac is chasing Lorraine, but Tony ends up breaking in the back door, and he comes in through here and snaps her out of the reverie that she's in. Oh, it wants Judy. She gets to Ed. They all head up to the attic, and there's Judy hanging from the attic, slowly choking.
Gotta try and cut Judy down. Quick, reach out.
Grabs a
Don't
knife.
Step on the thing. You gotta
That's right.
Down,
Tony's trying to lift up her body. Oh, and Ed's like saw through the rope. He can't quite reach it.
The music's reaching a crescendo. Everything is moving and making noise.
Oh. The rope snaps. Her body falls, and then they all go through the ceiling onto the floor below with a big crash.
Probably
Judy
should have fell down some stairs, too.
There's still time. There's still time. If Dawn had put a floor in the fucking ceiling of the attic like she was asked to,
come on,
it
Dawn.
wouldn't have this problem.
Dawn, how many times did we tell you to put plywood down upstairs?
Fucking Dawn. But Judy is dying, so Ed's got to do CPR, and Ed's not looking so good, and his old ticker is starting to give up on him.
Come back.
Ched compressions. Ed compressions. That's what I have on here. Not chest compressions. Ed compressions. CPR, he's doing Ed compressions. Good.
He did Ed compressions on a lot of young girls at one point.
God damn it. Oh, well, the mirror is also on the floor with them, and Lorraine gets a peek of the demon in the mirror at this point, too. So Ed's heart is given out. Tony takes over. He's doing chest compressions. Judy finally revives, and then the mirror starts to activate. Starts to float up from the floor and begins to spin around faster and faster and faster.
At this point, I was like, I don't really care anymore. When's this movie going to be over? Is it soon?
Yeah.
I literally was like, this is becoming boring.
And the mirror slams to the ground and begins to, like, crush the floor and push towards them, and it catches Tony's ankle in the newel posts or whatever, the spindles of
like
the
it's
landing.
Just decimating his ankle and pulverizing it, and it seems super gory, but it does it like multiple times too, as it's like pushing itself down the hallway and tearing up the wood and tearing up the wall,
snapping post after post and digging trench right in the wall as it's going down.
Ed's taking his nitroglycerin and now he's trying to do the exorcism and touch the mirror, and now we got to get everyone to touch the mirror. And
I did like, though, as he's reading through the book, and they're sort of like evil reflections are all looking back at them, and
that's cool.
They're all spooky eyes and veiny skin and snarling at them, and Ed's reading from the book, and the demon parts are like, shut your mouth, and the book erupts into flames. That then he takes that flaming book and puts it on the mirror and burns the face of his demonic reflection. I did think that was cool. I was like, that's a nice little reversal there. Well, Judy is mumbling her song of safety, and this is really the character arc moment of this movie, I think, because for everything as she's been growing up, her mom's been like, sing the song and shut him out, and now her mom's like, baby, now's the time. Let our powers combine. And we will set these people free. Essentially, she gets Judy to join with her, and they all press on the mirror, right?
Yes.
But Judy says something like, you're not there.
Yeah, they basically push back the evil.
It's no fuck you, Lucky Charms, but it works. Pressure wave. Throughout the whole house, every window, including the mirror, shatters.
Do the Warrens pay for that?
Family.
Do they pay for the damages of what the mirror did to the floor and where they fell through the ceiling and all that kind of stuff?
Preposterous. I won't pay it. Oh, okay, we'll just go put this right back in there.
Exactly.
No, they came, they saw. They kicked its glass.
Oh, well done.
Hey. Nice. And we get a little epilogue. The Smurl family remained in the house for 3 more years. I'm fucking sorry.
No, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm moving in with someone else at the point. Sorry, Bob. I'm bringing my teenage daughters to your place. Dawn? Yeah, Dawn. No. Dawn's a troublemaker.
They bring the big broken mirror back to the artifact room. Ed tells Tony, "Welcome to the family."
Yeah. Tosses him the keys
door
to the room. Yeah.
And then we get like a very saccharine, sweet sort of wedding at the end of this, where a number of people who have been in the movies in the past show up.
Yeah.
Right? Lily Taylor is there. Some of the people from the second movie are there, and the third movie. Look at all these friends we've made along the way.
Yeah. All these people have helped make us rich.
Yes. Thanks for paying for the wedding, everybody.
Yeah.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Pretty much.
And you cut to Dawn in her fucking house all alone, not invited to the wedding. The one who wasn't invited to the wedding. Yeah. She's taking
Years
up
later.
smoking now and just has a list like people to kill, and the Warrens are like right on top of it.
She's got 16 cats in there.
And a loaded shotgun. You get this happy ending where Lorraine says to Ed, "This is what I see in our future. We have grandchildren and we write the book, and the book's terrible." I mean, a true story.
Yeah.
True story.
True story.
And some epilogue text. Ed had a stroke at 74, and Lorraine looked after him until he finally passed away a few years later. And Lorraine died peacefully at 92. And a mountain of cash from all the people that she had exploited over the years.
Absolutely.
Conjuring. Last Rites. The end.
That's good.
You know, when we talk about movies, sometimes in the retelling, I'm like, man, I really like that movie more than I thought. You know, like with Weapons, as we talked about that one, I was like, man, I really like how that's crafted. I like how they end all of these beats on like cliffhangers and keep it going and stuff. And the retelling gives me appreciation, and I want to give it an even higher rating. But this
sometimes I feel like I want to give things a softer rating after we go through it. I'm like,
and I think that's how I'm feeling about this one, because I'm just realizing how much it's just a reheated version of the first two movies, I guess.
Essentially.
And what works from them.
Yeah.
Here's the family. Here's the Warrens. Here's the basement. Here's the creepy music box.
Yeah.
Here's the moment when Lorraine says, "I've got it all figured out." Here's the race to the end. Here's Ed having to do the exorcism.
Yeah. Self-proclaimed demonologist.
And here's the power of love moment that triumphs over the evil in the end. They've got an order to them. They've got a formula to them.
That they do. And so do we. Yeah. And our formula is to run long.
It has been lately.
But it's all in good fun. We covered a lot of ground. We talked about a lot of things that are true and things that are not true.
And things that people say are true that are complete horseshit.
Yeah.
And then there are things that are true that they don't want us to talk about at all. And that's because they're true. I'm sorry, Ed, did you say something?
Yeah. Ed, how do you feel about... Oh, okay.
You should watch out. Some assholes talking behind your back.
Speaking of assholes, Tyler, take us out.
The head, the tail, the whole damn thing.
Well, that wraps up another episode of The Head, The Tail, The Whole Damn Thing with industry professionals Mike D. McCarthy and James Knight. I'm your announcer, Tyler Patton. Back in the good old US of A. Please join us next time for Tucker and Dave versus Evil. Is it Dale or Dave? I'm not sure. And Clown in a Cornfield. I haven't seen either one of these films, but I'm looking forward to the review. See you next time, folks. USA!
More. That was a good one too.